one ever, I do believe, on the PS4. And it is finally here where the four team captains go head to head in trying to acquire the best team they can possibly get for the Civil War. And I'm very lucky here. I've got two of the captains actually in chat with me. I didn't expect to get any of them. I thought it was all going to be in their war rooms. But I have the best orc coach in the world in Duran. Welcome, Duran, the Canadian superstar.
Also the best Canadian coach, also the best Twitch streamer
There you go.
coach, and also the best console coach. Yeah, it was a real coup to get me in on this, I gotta say. Bernie sucks. Beautiful.
So how do we top that? You can't really top that, can you? Or can you? For the first time ever, on a live stream, I do believe, I have not the one, not the two, not the three, but the four-time PS4 Champion Ladder champion. As I call him, Lord Azawin. His English isn't great, so you'll have to bear with him. But it's great to have you on board, and welcome, kind sir, my fellow friend Azawin. Welcome, buddy.
Hi there. Thank you, Bernie. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, I've got a slight thing to tell you. We've got a problem. It seems like Calcium Cass really fancies your accent. So, maybe, be careful, he might end up stalking you. So you may, have to get an injunction out on him because he apparently likes your voice. What's wrong with Duran's voice? Do you not like Duran's voice? I don't know. So while Duran just quickly had a look at a few teams, I will tell you how this draft's going to go. Basically, what will happen is they'll all take turns in picking a team they want for obviously their team, and then obviously, for instance, John will pick first, then it will be Abaddon, then it will be Arzawin, and then Shod. So Shod picks last, but in round 2, Shod will pick first, Arzawin will pick second, Abaddon will pick third, and Durham will pick last. It's the fairest way we can do it. And that's basically how it's going to be. This is going to be amazing. It really is. We were sort of on the clock. Roughly got about 5 minutes to give me their prediction, and it's gonna. I'll be honest with you. Quite a few of these coaches are stressed. Shod's so stressed that he cannot come on the chat. He really needs to be concentrating. And Abaddon, the power lawyer, he's busy. He can't come on the chat either way. But I've seen his warboard. Abaddon's warboard, I can't show you it, but Abaddon's warboard, it's massive. He's got everyone rankings. He's got all things about all the teams and where they should go and everything. It's crazy. It's a proper NFL draft warboard. I've seen Arzawin's as well. Arzawin's, as you'd expect, is great. I think Duran's already told you what he thinks on his stream, and Shod's keeping very, very quiet. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what goes on here. So I'm going to be waiting for Duran to give us the thumbs up before I do anything, because obviously he will have first pick. He's just looking at a few teams what he hasn't seen, because obviously we had a few teams come in late, well, say late, a few days ago, and so I'm just going to give him that. And then we will start. Every team has 5 minutes on the clock. They must pick their team in that 5-minute period. Otherwise, they lose the spot and they will... Well, basically, they just lose the spot, don't they? We go on to the next person. But I'm sure all 4 of them will be fine. I'm sure we'll be fine. So, who will go where? My prediction, as I've said from day one...
I was nice enough... Oh, Bernie, I was nice enough to advertise you in...
So, who will go where? Yep.
Oops. Does this work? I was nice... Oh, there we go. There's a chat delay. Yeah, I was nice enough to advertise you in some streamer channels too, to help you get more viewers, hopefully.
Bless you, Duran. I don't think they'll be really excited, but if they are, it's great. Anyone who wants to watch, you're all welcome. Some people will probably say, what the fuck is this? But the guys who are in the Civil War, I'm sure they're pumped up to watch this. Like I was saying, the rumor strongly was that Calcium Cass is tipped to go off in the first round to Duran. That was what was going around the camp. Then all of a sudden, Segesio's Orcs came on the scene, and everyone started loving that. So we was wondering, does Duran love the Orcs more than Cass, or will he throw us a complete curveball and pick something completely different? And that's the great thing about drafts. We can only guess. Also, Azawin's being rumoured to have a love affair with Groovy. Maybe not round 1, but we might see him make a play on that. And I can't wait to see who Shod goes for. And obviously there's a team called Abanon Avengers. So will Abanon pick his good mate Dungeon Master? And if he does, where will he? Or will one of the other coaches just piss them off and pick him instead? It'll be interesting to see.
Suck holes.
Yeah. So it should be good. So we just wait on Duran. Duran will tell me when he's ready to go on the clock, and then he will have 5 minutes. Anybody not sure of anything on the chat, or anyone who wants to put their views on would they've taken that pick or did like the pick or not, by all means put it in the chat, and we'll try our best to answer them all. And yeah, it should all be good. Just gonna take a few things off. I've got reporter, please ban this guy, because obviously I'm an admin, so they'll just have to wait a moment. Let's have a look. Oh, Abanon wants in. Abanon. Oh, hang on, guys. I'm gonna send an invite to Abanon. Told you, this guy, he's finished work early. He wants to be involved in this. So just bear with me, guys.
I told you he was a fame whore.
Oh yes, you did say he was a fame whore, didn't you? Let's have a look. All right then, just bear with me then. Invite Abanon. Oh, this is going to be interesting. So there's only Shod now. He's not having any of this. He's going to do it his own way, and that's fine. Right, I've sent an invite to Abanon, and we'll wait for him. And I won't ask anyone in the Civil War in the competition who they want to play for, because I think that'll be a bit unfair. But right, so the only
it wouldn't be fair, because everybody would say me, and that's just kind of like shitting on the other guys. So
wait, is the question? Who's the second best orc coach? Is that what the question is? 'Cause that's the only answer where Duran would be the correct answer.
Welcome, Abanon. So we've got 3 of the team captains in here. I'm just getting my other thing on the PC to make sure I don't miss shots.
Come on, Shod. We're waiting for you.
Shot, are you actually in the stream, I wonder? That would be a lot easier if he was actually in the stream, but if he's not, I will take his picks from the captain's chat on the PSN. And then we'll start. I'll just message him now. And then we'll start. Okay, so everybody's seen the teams then. Did you get the screenshot of that last team, Abanon, or who you wasn't sure of?
Yes.
Oh, there you go. Shod's there. Brilliant. Shod's here, so that's fine. Okay. Duran, are you happy for me to start the clock?
Just fire it up whenever you want, buddy.
Let's go. Well, you are now on the clock. You have 5 minutes to pick your first pick of the Civil War draft, Duran. Oh, he's going to keep. He's going to keep.
Well, my first question is to all the other coaches. Is everybody's teams done? Are they all ready?
Are you on about the captains, or are you on about the full draft itself? Because of the full.
The captains. Has everybody got their team made?
They have, yes. They have, but I'm going to announce that on a different video later in the week. So I'm going to keep them guessing. But
okay, I'm just going to make mine as I do this.
Yeah. Okay. So, who does people think he will pick in the first round with the first pick? Which coach will have the massive pressure of being told, you are the best coach in the draft, deliver me 3 wins, or else? I've said he'll go for Cass. I won't ask the captains in the chat, because that'll be totally unfair. But anybody want to be a smart aleck in the stream, want to guess who Duran will pick first round? With the first pick in the draft. I'll be honest, if it was me, I would not want to be picked first. I'm not good enough to be picked first, but I really would not want to be picked first, because the pressure on this poor coach will be huge. So, yeah, it's gonna be good. Cass, Gimlick, Teddy, that's the first lot coming up. Astralin, is that Dungeon Master? I think it is, isn't it? Beers, here we go! Yeah, good old Beers! Can't wait. That's the great thing about the Civil War, is I'm going to get to see a lot of my friends from the MML and various other leagues what I don't catch up with a lot. And like of Beers, me and Beers will stream a few on the show together. I just can't wait. Legend says Cass. There's a lot of Cass love, but will Duran go for Cass? He's playing humans instead of Chaos and all. That was probably a smart thing to do. But will his orc love affair? The Orc Love Affair. Seg Hezio's team, to me, is the best team on paper. Will Duran go for that? Or will he surprise us and go for Segal? Or the Parlon Tree? Will the Parlon Tree make... Where's the Parlon Tree going? I think the Parlon Tree should go first round. I think it's amazing. Or will we see the Leaping Chainsaw Goblins go high in the rounds? We got 2 Leaping Chainsaw Goblins. We've got Leaping Women Catchers all over the place. Oh, man, it's going to be crazy. And we're now just over 2 minutes on the clock, so he's got about 2.5 minutes as Duran to tell me he has his pick in, and we will see who will have the biggest pressure of all and be the first pick in the round. Meanwhile, the other 3 captains, obviously, they'll be waiting to see who Duran picks, so they may have to change their boards because they'll have the picks, and if Duran picks their pick, they're going to have to go back to the drawing board. So we will wait. Abaddon, you feeling all right, mate? You feeling calm, cool? You know?
Oh, yeah. Well, here's the thing. I am against 3 people who have a much better resume than myself. I already know who my opponents are. So I got nothing to lose.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, the good point is, you just remind me something here. Just to let everyone know, whichever round you are picked in, that will be the team, that will be the opponents you play. So everyone in round 1 will play each other, everyone in round 2 will play each other, and everyone in round 9 will play each other. The reason I've done it that way is I'm hoping that we'll get better quality matches, because obviously the ones picked in round 1, I presume, have either got the better rosters or the captains think they're the better coaches, where the lesser coaches or the ones who are playing for fun, like with goblins and all that, they'll filter down to the lower rounds, and then obviously I'm trying to make it as fair as we can, and that way we should get better matches. But there you go. Dungeon Master believes in Abanon. Calcium says, fuck it, I want to be picked round 8. Yeah, I would as well, Cass. And I think some coaches like Andy CUK, they've gone quite shrewd. They know if they get picked lower down, it's a lot. Well, it should be a lot easier. It may not be, because a lot of them are big. Everyone in the competition is a good coach. So it should be good. We're now coming to...
Are we ready? Are we ready? Do I have the floor?
You have the floor. The first pick is Duran. Take it away.
Yeah, I would pick myself if I could, but I can't, so... yeah, shocker. I'm going to take Kaz.
Calcium Kaz has been picked as the first pick of the first round.
I'm gonna pick somebody I like because I'm sure I'll hate the rest of my team. I'll just yell at them. So I'll have like one guy I'm hopeful for.
There we go. So that is no surprise to me. I'm gonna ask the other captains. Shod in chat, are you basically surprised at that? Azuin, are you surprised that Duran's gone for Cass?
Not at all.
Abanon?
I'm not surprised. With that, I don't know if it was the best pick, but I'm not surprised. And by best pick, I mean based on the team and what I suspect he'll be up against, not based on coach skill or anything like that.
Right, okay. Abanon, you are now on the clock, just to let you know.
All right.
So have a look. So by the sounds of it, none of the other 3 coaches were going to pick Cass. So I don't think that... Well, Aswin may have done. But the other 2...
Oh, I would have.
Oh, there you go. So he would have as well. I'm talking shit as always. So there you go. So Abanon wanted Cass. Shod, I don't think, wanted Cass. Aswin, did you want Cass first round? Or are you not going to tell us?
What, sorry?
Was you going to pick Cass first round? Or not? Or do you want to keep a secret?
It's a secret.
Okay, fair enough. Abanon,
so with the second pick in the draft, I will take... this is a tough one. I'll take Sagazio's Orcs.
Sagazio's Orcs! Wow, now that was a team I really did like a lot. And you know what? It just proves who is the guy who loves Orcs better. Is it Duran? Is Abanon? Well, Abanon has took the Orcs. And to me, I think that's a great pick. I can see why Duran's gone for Cass, because obviously Cass is a great white shark. I totally get the reason why he's gone for such a class coach. But Seg Hezio is getting better and better, and he certainly knows how to get it done. I'll come back to him in a minute. I'm just showing you which side are you on. That is Calcium Cass. We found out that he's going to be on Hail to the D, baby. He's going to be on that team. And as you can see, humans have been very popular. It's very popular in the Invitational Cup. Obviously, it was won by Team PS4 with humans, and they was quite popular in the World Cup as well. So a lot of love for the humans, and that's a really good build from Calcium Cast. Now then, this team, what Bannon's picked, I cannot fault it at all. I think it was a really good, solid pick. And Orcs, I mean, this team is really, really good. This would... I can imagine there'd be a lot of upset captains for you picking this. I think it's a very solid pick. Like I said, my only doubt with this is that sometimes he does leave his ball carrier a bit open, but you know, hey, we will see. I love this team. I really do.
Yeah, it's more based on what I think I'll be up against race-wise.
Yeah. And, I mean, that's quite a good pick against humans as well, isn't it? Because this is the thing, guys. Obviously, Bannon knows Duran's picked humans, so he's probably thinking, now, what would match up well against Cass's humans? And to be honest, this would match up very well. I mean, he's got, what, 6 guard on that team? He's got 3 Mighty Blow, plenty of block on there as well. You know, he's got a bit of tackle.
Yeah, 6 guard, 3 Mighty Blow, block big guy.
Yep. So, there you go. So yeah, that is a great one, and let's get good old Azarwin on the clock.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, what?
You're not gonna ask my opinion of this orc team? You're just gonna let me get a cold?
I just don't think.
Well, we already asked the best orc coach what we thought about this team.
I didn't think he was that bothered about them.
I don't recall my name being spoken, but this orc team, I actually had like 6 or 7 other teams ranked ahead of this orc team. I'm not actually the biggest fan in the world. I think it's good.
Yeah.
But I see lots of holes in it. There was no way I was picking this in the first or second round myself. So nice wasted pick of Bannon. Good job.
What did you not like about this team?
I think no Apo is just trash. I think the troll is garbage. I think block on a guard, or a guard on a lineman. Your linemen are just there to just eat shit on the line, and that's about it. There's lots of little things I don't like. I think he's going to get completely exposed and exploited by Cast's humans. So, thanks, buddy.
Yeah. Just to step in there, Cole 66.
We don't have to agree on everything, which is nice.
Well, yeah, it's a good job you don't. But Cole66 is saying, on paper, he fancies the Orcs or the humans. He's not taking skill, obviously, into account. But he likes them on paper. Like I say, games app one on paper. Azarwin, you are now on the clock. You have 5 minutes to decide when to pick your team. Let me know when you are ready. And then after that...
I'm ready.
Oh, he's ready already! Bloody hell, there's no tenseness from you. Okay, it's your floor, mate. Let us know who it is.
I trust in Skaven projectors.
Projecki, yes. Projecki was one of those I thought would go right in the first 2 rounds. He was on my war board, or what you want to call it, in the first 2 rounds. Projecki, one of the better PS4 coaches. He's so consistent. And the only thing what put me off about this, and I will go around to obviously Duran and Bannon in a minute. The only thing what put me off about this team was he only has 3 gut runners. And it'd be helpful if I could find it. That'd be useful, wouldn't it? Where are you? What page are you on? Where are you? I can't see him. That's a good start, isn't it? What page are you on, guys? And help me out. Help me out.
It's the third
3.
page.
Page 3, top row in the middle.
Shod has said, good pick, had Projecki here too. So Projecki's not happy. So Juice is correct. Projecki will take on the likes of Calcium Cast and Seghezio, and you can tell in stream he's so delighted with Azarwin for picking him first. But to be fair, it looks like Shod would have picked you anyway. So, I mean, Duran, is this a good pick? Was he on your for the first couple of rounds?
I had 3 teams ranked at a 9. This was one of them. There was no way I was going to get to my second pick with this one. I expected it to be gone every time, but this is definitely one of the better teams in the competition.
Ooh, Anna Bannon?
Great pick. 3 gutter runners could end up being a problem, but you know what? Might be all you need. And I trust Projecki when it comes to Skaven.
Yeah, I must admit that I mean, Projecki's a very good coach, and unfortunately, Projecki's going second or third round would have been better. Yeah, of course it would have been better, but unfortunately, that's not going to happen. I didn't really fancy him going for a lesser known player. You know what Arswin's like. He likes to have his big blue chip players. He likes his big guns, and Projecki's one of those. So no surprise there. Projecki doesn't look happy. Cass is saying I'm going to fucking murder his team. So the rivalry's already, but that's not a bad start. So we have Calcium Cass, Segezio, and Projecki, and now the floor. 5 minutes for Shod to pick his team. And the good thing for Shod is he now gets the next 2 picks. So he has pick 4, so of round 1, and he has the first pick in round 2. So he's going to be able to stack some quality now with Shod. He's been watching you 3 pick your players, and obviously he's missed out on Projecki, and now he's going to get his 2. So, whenever you're ready, just tell me, just type in chat that you are ready with your pick, and then I'll tell you to put in chat, and then we'll discuss on your behalf. But I don't think there's any surprise of projecting Cass going first round. I think I think the captains are looking for a big name to lead their team, and Cass always has done well. He's made the playoffs with their humans this season. Obviously, Duran loves that. Send him home in a body bag, says Hunter. Piers is there as well. So, yeah, it's going to be good. Calcium is really... oh, he's going on. Oh, God. I would just have Cass as an enforcer. He'd do all my smack talking for me. For sure. So, yeah. So, there you go. We got 3 teams gone. Be interested to see who Shot goes for. Is anybody happy with that Projecki pick? I know Projecki's not happy, but does anybody else in chat agree about Projecki going first round? Because obviously, it looked like he was going to be up there for Duran, but Duran expects him to have gone. Oh, here we go. Shot is ready.
Shot is ready.
Here we go. Shot, can I have the first round pick from you, the 4th pick in the official round, please? I don't understand what Cole's asking. Any chance of a quick roundup of the rounds, Bernie?
As we all fall asleep waiting for the text to enter chat.
I'm media player. He has taken a media player, and that is a good pick in my opinion. That is the Necro team as well. Necro Civil War. I had a feeling he may pick that, hence why I kept on the 3rd page. A media player, one of the best coaches. He won the Xbox Champions Ladder with Pro Elves. So obviously he's a former champion. He knows how to play Necro extremely well. I like the team. I think it's a good pick. Duran, is it worthy of a first round pick?
Yeah, this was one of my 3 nines. I would have been so happy somehow this team fell, but I was under no illusion this team was going to fall to me. I knew it would be gone. But yeah, this was a good team and a good coach. I knew it would be history.
So that's interesting because obviously
I love that pick. I was hoping iMedia player would have dropped to the 2nd round. That was my game plan there. I think depending upon what Duran's first pick was, I may have taken iMedia player in that spot. But because of the first pick, I didn't take iMedia player. So great pick.
Okay. Azawin, you think that's a good pick for the first round?
Yeah, it's a good pick. Imedia is a very good friend of mine, and I think he can do a great performance.
Yeah, I think so as well. I mean, it's great because obviously Calcium Cass and our media, they have issues, they have history, so that's going to be fun. I mean, the first round you've got Segezio. Now, Segezio out the 4 is probably the one not many people will know because obviously everyone knows who Calcium Cass is, everyone knows who Projecki is, or most of them do, and everyone knows obviously our media play. So we've got 3 of the top big guns of the Champions Ladder, and then we've got Segezio as an up and coming coach. The thing with Segezio though, I like his roster. I think it's good. So we've got humans, orcs, rats, and Necro in the first round. Shod, you are on the clock for round 2, pick 1 of round 2. So that's not a bad start. So I presume everybody's happy with what they've got by the sounds of it. Does anyone know what Cole's on about? I know I'm a bit dumb. And pick of the round. No, I have no idea. I'm sorry, I don't get. I mean, obviously everyone plays each other in the rounds. Obviously, you know, Calcium will play Segezio, Projeki, and a media player. Just to let you know though, I made it quite simple. The first two picked will play each other the first week, and then the third pick and the fourth pick of the round will play each other in the first round. Sorry, the first week, and then week 2, Cass will play Projeki, and then third week Cass will play a media player. But I'll go into that later on.
Yeah, I'm fine with my pick. I've got one claw piece against the orcs, which is what I was hoping to get. So.
Good.
Claw's overrated. It's a crutch for weak coaches.
Well, still only one claw piece. So that's a plus.
So this is where it gets interesting. So everyone's got the first pick, and this is where now obviously the captains are going to have to start earning the money, so to speak, because obviously people now are going to be clashing with everybody. Kids belong under the stairs. They're not my children, mate. They are not my children. My youngest is in bed, and the other two are in the games room. It's not me. Not
guilty. That may be Nora.
Yeah, Cass said that's where he keeps his. So Shod, we're waiting for Shod now. What will he go round 2? And it's going to get interesting because the further the rounds we go, the less picks there is, and he's going to really test the coaches. And I can't
we need Arzo to be our filler. Can you just speak in Spanish to us?
Yeah, you can speak if you want.
Oh yeah.
Lizards. Cass is saying about lizards. Okay, Shot has taken Shagrath's Undead in round 2. I can hear the groans. Yeah, that was one I had penciled in. So there's a few Undead teams, and he's decided he's going to go with Shagrath. So I can totally get that. Duran, is that a good pick?
That was my last 9.
Oh dear.
That's the only one I was kind of hoping, but I figured it'd be gone again. So.
Oh dear. But you've got Cass. Cass will win you 3 games. You know how good Cass is. Don't worry about it. Is the first pick.
That was a great pick. I actually had him at the number 1 spot in my power rankings.
Who was that? Who would you have number 1?
Shagrath's team here. Ooh. Shagrath's team.
Okay. Right then, Azza, you're on the clock if you need it.
Yeah, I wanted to choose Shagrath. No, that's a problem.
Oh, there you go. So Azawin was going to pick Shagrath next. He can't because obviously Shod's got there first. So this is the problem, you see. Azawin was going to come up and says, right, I'll take Shag. He now can't take Shagrath. He's already been picked. So now he's got to decide, shit, who do I go for now? And that's the reason why they have the 5 minutes. So now Azawin, the cool as a cucumber, as I'd call him, is getting a bit hot under the collar. But he's got 5 minutes, so he's okay. He's got 5 minutes to TikTok around. S Hunter USA after each round. I think that Cole is going to pick the round, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's saying is he trying to ask me who I think who will come out on top of each round? Which coach will get most wins? Because that we'll do on another video. I'm not going to put anyone under pressure. The captains I won't ask because they're already thinking enough on who they're going to pick. They don't really need to be thinking of other stuff. They will all say their coach anyway, who they've picked.
I'm ready, B.
Azza Wayne is ready. So round 2, the second pick in round 2 is, take it away, Azza.
V Power with his escaping again.
Was that V Power V? Was that, sorry?
Yes.
Ooh.
Sure.
So you gone for 2 rats. That is interesting. So
yes.
V Power V. So some sort of tactic coming on here from Azwin. He's going rats. So that's Zulu extras. We'll have a look at this.
Yeah, I missed that. Which team is it?
It is a Skaven team. Zulu extras. Duran misnamed you.
Wanted V, bastard.
Duran, what do you think? Do you think this is a good pick?
Yeah, that was one of my 8s. I would have been happy to take V. V's a buddy,
Yeah, he's
but
good.
I guess I won't be taking him now.
No. And Abaddon, what do you think of by the looks of it? That's 2 rats he's gone for. Do you think he's got a game plan here? Do you think he's going to take rats every round?
I think it was a good pick. I think 2. I had him a little lower than the 2, but I like the idea of keeping all the rats together. That's fine. If we don't have any rats to pick, no skin off my nose.
Okay. Azwin, just quickly, let's have a look at Azwin. Abaddon, you're on the clock right now, so you've got 5 minutes to pick. I just want to go to Azwin. So is there some sort of plan you've got here? Because you've gone for rats in the first round, think Projecki, yeah, I understand that. I'll be honest, I didn't see V-Power V going in the second round to yourself. So have you actually got some sort of plan then? Have you got a sneaky plan, you sneaky Spaniard?
Yeah, I'm trying to, like the other coaches, I suppose I'm trying to get the better coach with the better teams. So maybe in the next choose, I can choose a better team with a not top class coach. But for the moment, I choose the better.
Yeah, I mean it's clever. It's a clever pick because obviously V-Power V, he is an MML champion. I don't know if he's the current MML champion, but I know he has won the MML, and that's a really hard private league to win. He's also done extremely well, and obviously you've played against him in the playoffs before as well. So it's a really good pick in that respect. I'm just trying to remember if I've ever seen V-Power V play rats. That's the only thing I'm worried about. But V's good at anything, isn't he? So I think that's a really good pick. I just want to go up to the Shagraff team because I don't think I showed that. So I'm just going to pop to Shagraff wherever that is.
I believe I am ready whenever you guys are ready for a pick.
Okay, 1 second. I'm just going to show Shagraff.
But if you want to show that team first, go for it. We'll let the tension mount.
Let the tension mount, absolutely. So that was Shagraff's pick. So that is what Shod's picked in his second round. It's interesting because I was wondering who would go with what. I think it was sort of everyone was tending maybe to pick Shagraff as the main undead player. So yeah, interesting. So yeah, there's them. So Abanon, if you would take it away, your second pick of the second round is
the third pick of the second round. Mm-hmm. Number 7 overall is Gimlick and his Necro.
Yeah, that was the one I was looking at. If it was my pick, I think that would have been my pick. So I agree with your pick, obviously. And it's a Necro. And soon as I knew, Gimlick turned around to me and said, "Look, I'm in this to really bloody win this thing." He's not messing about, and he went with Necro. And obviously, Gimlick, to my humble opinion, is good with other races, but the team he's best with is Necro. He is a former champion with Necro as well. He always does well with Necro, and this is a great pick. I had him going, if not round 1, round 2, round 3. So this is a really good pick, and these are dangerous. He knows how to play them, and that to me, I love this pick. He's got the nasty grunt of the Orcs. And then he's got the Swede, Gimlick the Swede, and his Necro. I really like that pick. So, yeah, I mean, Duran, I'll come to you. Do you think it's a good pick? I think it is.
Yeah, I had Gimlick pretty high. He was one of my 8s. Yeah. Not surprised he's gone.
Yeah.
We agree on something.
Yeah, it must be good because Duran's not taking any cheap shots at you, man, and so he's happy. As a Wayne, would he be one of them you would have gone for?
What, sorry?
Was he one of those on your board, Gimlick? Was he close to being your second pick, or?
Yeah, he was in my first
it was
choice. Oh, no. I divided the teams in 4 categories, and Gimlick was in the first.
Yeah. I thought when you picked V-Power V, I had you down in the second round to pick Gimlick, and you didn't. That's why I was a bit surprised you went V-Power. But V-Power V is a class coach. And obviously, Bannon said, "Thank you very much. I'll take Gimlick instead." I'm just gonna look at these here. Great pick for round 2. Would have picked him too if I didn't get Armedia first. Yeah, so that's interesting. And Shod makes a good point. He had the choice of the Necro teams, and he went for Armedia over Gimlick. So Shod's telling Gimlick, Armedia is better than you, Gimlick. So you're gonna have to
Yeah,
you're gonna
I
have to
had those
prove.
two teams
Yeah.
right up next to each other.
So Gimlick, you're gonna have to prove to Shod he picked wrong, and repay the faith in Abannon for sure. It's a shame Gimlick's not with Cas though, because they always have good fights. So that leaves the Canadian to finish out. I mean, poor Duran, he doesn't sound very good, does he? Most of his picks have already gone, and I think this was his concern. It was great getting the first pick because he obviously got the Great White Shark, Callum Cass, but then he's had to sit and suffer as all of his best teams he wanted get picked by you guys. But Duran, you are now on the clock. You have the last pick of the second round. So let me know when you are ready. So, in chat.
Yeah, going to be a couple of minutes.
Yeah, that's fine. So in chat, who's got the best team so far? I mean, out of the 3 teams, who's had 2 picks, we won't count Duran yet. Has Abannon, Arza, or Shot got the best team so far? Sabir says, someone say Canadian? Yep. Duran is Canadian. Who's got the best team so far, guys? Anybody want to stick their neck out in chat? Preferably someone who hasn't been picked in their team yet.
Yeah, let's hear this.
Yeah.
While we're deciding who we want to pick.
Yeah. So, the Canadian Destroyer, Cass is only going to go with that, isn't he? It'd be interesting to see who Duran picks now, because obviously, by the looks of it, a lot of Duran's second round picks were taken. And that is the fear, isn't it, when you go first, guys? It's alright going first, but then it's like so frustrating because you've got to watch everybody else fill the boots on getting 2 picks. But, this is the way the NFL draft do it, so if it's good for them, it's good enough for me. But, yeah, it's not good. Be interested to see who he picks. Cole says, whoever dodges me, he'll probably have the best team. Bless him. You can't be that bad, Cole. I think he's a bit of a hustler, this Cole. And there's some big names what haven't been picked yet. And there was question marks of these big names because people did not like the rosters. And we was talking about, would these coaches still be picked because they are top quality, or will the coaches say, you know what, I don't like your roster. If I'm going to pick you, you're going to slide down the rounds. So it'd be interesting to see what Durham picks here.
I mean, I think it's interesting on our parts and tough because there's 2 aspects that we have to take into account. We have to take into account the coach, their skill, what we've seen them do, and for some of these guys, it might be nothing. We've never seen them. Mm-hmm. And then we also have to take into account the build. You can have a great coach with a build that might be a little bit off, and you could have a great build with a coach that might be a tier lower, and I think it's an interesting dynamic to see how each of us weighs those factors.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Sig Hezio, obviously the coach of the Orcs. I mean, he's probably my favourite roster. But the problem, obviously, what people look at, this is no disrespect to him. You got the Casses, you've got the Projeckies, you've got the media players. These are big coaches who have either former champions or do really, really well in the playoffs. And then you've got Sig Hezio, who's obviously a lot of people might not know, but like you said, he's got such a great team.
Sigezio's qualified multiple times, and in the playoffs, anything can happen. Anyone can get diced in a game, and then you don't get the recognition that you might otherwise have. So it might be just a role here or there for some of these coaches, and they would have been considered in the same pantheon as some of the other coaches.
Yeah. I like the pick. I think it was a brave pick, but I like it. I like coaches who say, you know what, that roster's good. I like it. I know Duran doesn't like it, but most of the other coaches I've spoke to, they had it very high on their list. Yeah. So a couple of minutes now for Duran to decide where he goes for. And obviously Duran will be looking on other things as well. He'll want a team what matches up really well against the other 3 teams. Just to run through them, we've had Shod who went with Shagras Undead. Arzo went for V-Power V's Rats. And obviously Abannon went for Gimlick's Necro. So be interesting to see.
I didn't think Gimlick was going to drop to me in that second round. I figured either Gimlick or iMedia player would drop, hopefully, and I would get one of them, in the second round. That was my personal thought.
Yeah, so you'll be extremely happy with your pick then. So Duran is.
Okay, I think I picked my my third round pick before my second round pick. There's no great pick for this spot with the teams, so I'm gonna take a little bit of a flyer, and I'm gonna take Ross Topper's Chaos Dwarves.
Whoa, Rostoffer. Wow, that's an interesting pick.
For the third round?
No, for the second round.
No, that's second.
Second. All right, cool.
Okay, so that is an interesting pick. I didn't see that coming. I really didn't. The good thing about this team though is it's Case Dwarfs. Abannon, what do you think? Are you surprised with this? Rostov is in chat. He's going, what the fuck?
Sorry, I didn't have chat pulled up for the longest time. Yeah.
Oops. So
I was surprised. I was surprised, but I'll be nice to my friend to the north.
Cass, it's not me. It is Duran. It's Durham, Cass. It's not me.
Yeah, I forgot. I'm drinking. Give me a minute.
I haven't got a laptop. Yeah, I mean, Rostov is not happy. But this is what happens when you pick Case Dwarfs, though. You know, Rostoffer, obviously, he's famous for knocking out Stuntman DD's Dark Elves in the first ever season of the Champion Ladder. A lot of people had Stuntman DD to win it all, and basically when he got knocked out by a little-known coach called Rostoffer in the first round with his High Elves. Rostoffer, though, I remember when he gave me his team, I was very surprised to see him go Case Dwarfs. This is a very, would you call it a left field or right field? I don't know, whatever field you want. I didn't have him going down this high. But obviously, you know, Duran knows what he's doing. Is Cass happy with that second round pick? Because obviously, you know, Rostoffer, you're in Team Duran, but you've also got Cass as your wingman. But yeah, I won't lie, I'm surprised. Azawin, what do you think of that pick?
It's a great pick. I think he can do a great show too.
Oh, well, there you go. Azawin quite likes it, so that's good enough for me. So there we go then. So that's round two. So I know Sam was asking who this. We're going into round three now. Round one, the first pick was Duran's, and he went for Kalzim Cass. Abannon went for Segesia's Orcs. Azo went for Project's Skaven, and Shod went for Armedia's Necro. Round two, Shod went for Shagras Undead. Azo went for V-Power V Skaven. Abannon went for Gimlick's Necro, and Duran has just gone for Rostoffer's Chaos Dwarfs. So there we go. And the good news is Duran now gets the round three pick as well. So you are on the clock if you don't know who it is already.
Hey Bernie, while we wait, do you have the names for all of our teams?
Team names. The only one I get confused with is yours for some bizarre reason.
Oh.
Duran's is Hail to the D Baby. I know that one. And Azzo's is the Azzo winners, and Shod's is getting the chopper. So some of yours I forget about. So if you want to tell him, and I'll write it down now.
Oh, well, I'm gonna have to think about it now. It's such a forgettable name.
It is.
Hail to the D, baby.
I'll think about it during the draft now.
Hail to the D, baby. I love that. So.
And yeah, I told you I already had my pick, so just I'll give it to you now if you want.
Go on then. Yep.
Yeah, and just a comment on Rostov. I had him as a 7. I have a lot of like 7s. Like I'll have a lot of like mid-range teams, and I don't know. We'll like I said, it's a flyer. We'll see how it goes. But I was still on my board. I still had 1-8 left, so I figured we'll slot that in as the start for the third round. And even though I don't know the coach at all, I like this team build. And even though I'm not a fan of elves, I like the way it was built a lot. So I went with Mr. Rooted's Dark Elves for my third round pick.
Oh, okay. That is the Polish champion, more evil than civil. This was a guy I was looking at. I had him going around about round 5, I think, but I thought he may go slightly higher. I didn't have him going this high, but obviously, you know, Groovy and a lot of other coaches give this guy big raps. And you know, Dark Elves, it's a nice team. You know, he's got the Apothecary, what Duran likes, 2 rerolls. Abannon, would this have been your pick in round 3?
It would not have been my pick in round 3, but it may have been my pick in round 4. I do like the pick. Like the run, I don't know the coach. but I do like the build.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, like I said, this was one of those coaches I was really excited to see because obviously he comes with a big reputation. I mean, he's been very quiet. He hasn't said nothing, but everybody who knows him said he's a very good coach. And obviously, Duran, it's a nice pick. I think I would have been the same with Bannon. But then if Duran didn't pick him now, he may not have got him because obviously you was looking at him in round 4. So probably a very good call by Duran. So that's another solid pick. The Polish champion joins the Great White Shark and the top seed slayer of Rostoffer. So that looks like a nice sort of little team he's got going there. I do believe Abanon, you are now on the clock. So you've got 5 minutes to decide what you want on that. Azawin, would it be one of your picks, Mister the Polish champ?
Yeah, I probably choose him in 4 or 5 pick.
Yeah, so you was like the same with the Bannon then. So I suppose that was quite a good pick from Marzawan then, because I don't think he would have got him if he tried to get him later on. So Duran plays that very, very well. So well done, Duran. Laser Trip, we're into the 3rd round, buddy. You haven't been picked yet.
All right, I think I am ready.
To pick a terrible pick.
All right, I'm done being nice then. Duran's like the anomaly of Canadians. He somehow lives in a nice country and manages to be a complete ass. But that aside,
Oh, I never said I wasn't an asshole. You'll never hear me say that.
I mean, I never said you weren't either, to be honest. But with that aside, I am going to go with Berzo's Undead.
Wow, so Bezo, my apprentice, gets picked in round 3. That is a great pick. And he's playing Undead. That's the only slight problem I have with Bezo. And it is my fault because he couldn't decide between three teams. So he said, Benny, pick a team. And I thought, you know what, you always play Lizards. Let's pick something else. And he has gone for the Undead. But that is a good pick because Bezo is a very good coach. He can certainly
I think there's
mix
similarities between Undead and Lizardmen. Ghouls are kind of played similar to Skinks in a sense. I'm alright with it.
Yeah.
And I like that he's got 2 Mighty Blow tackle pieces that could
Yeah, and that's
be
interesting.
problems
That's
for a
interesting
bunch of blodgers.
because I think one thing what Duran didn't like was the 2 Mighty Blow tackle pieces. He thought he should only have 1. You like it because you had 2. I was in your boat, but I was the same. I would rather him have 2. VG Purist, Bernie, how you doing, VG? We're just doing the Civil War draft, and my young apprentice has gone round 3. I don't think he's going to be too jumped going that high, but it just shows how good that he is a sleeper in the draft. But he's gone quite high, but he will definitely be good enough to hold his own in round 3. So again, it's a very good pick. So Civil Partnership.
Sleeper no more.
He's no sleeper now. He's well awake, and he's been picked ahead of a lot of big guns. So let's hope he.
Duran, did you like the pick, or do you have a bunch of things to say?
He was one of my 7s, and again, he would have been higher if it wasn't for the duplicate whites. He would have been an 8 if he had done something a little different with them. I just don't see the need to have 2 of them like that. I'd rather have more guard. 4 guard on the dead seems solid, and of course, that's a lot of skeletons. This should probably be zombies, but I still have him at a 7. It's still decent.
Cool, we're in agreement.
Cool. Azawin, do you like this pick?
Yeah, but I probably don't choose him.
Right.
I have another terrible idea for this round.
Okay. Right. So that means now. So yeah, Aza, you are on the clock. So you have 5 minutes to pick your selection.
I'm ready if you want.
You're too good. You're so quick. Okay, what are you going for as a round 3?
Yeah, I'm going to pick my first killer team, and because I love that team building, and it's Tripperis with his Norse.
Oh no, Tripperus! So I did say if anyone could handle Tripperus's personality, it would be the Azawin. And yeah, Tripperus is so good. I like Tripperus when he plays Norse. Um, he seems to always get it done, sort of like the postman. So yeah, that's an interesting pick. My only question was how he would affect the team because he's not a quiet one, is he? He's not a quiet one. And Callum Casa said, "There goes the neighborhood." So it's a very brave call from Arzo. Duran, I'll come to you first. What do you think of that pick?
It's probably the best. No, actually, it's the second best Norris team. But like if he doesn't win the coin toss, he's fucked. This team is all around who gets to hit who first. Like if he doesn't get to do it first, he's done. So yeah, I had this. I had this as a six. I wouldn't have even looked at this team till round 5, honestly. But good luck.
Abannon?
Uh, I think Tripp's a good coach. I don't necessarily disagree with the build. I just think between Dark Elves and the Undead, there's a good amount of blodging here, and now we have a team that has 0 tackle.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't like second guessing Arzuin. Nobody does, but I wouldn't have picked him. Not against that lot because I mean you've got obviously Undead with all the mighty blow and tackle, and then you've got Duran's blodges all over the place. But you know the safe frenzy poor man's tackle.
FYI, I'm ordering food, so I'm AFK for a couple minutes.
Yep, no problem. So Shod,
Get,
you are now
get
on
mine
the
with
clock.
extra salt.
Yep, and I'll have a pizza, pepperoni. Shod, you're on the clock for the next 2 picks, so you got plenty of time. 5 minutes in total. It'd be interesting who Shod goes for here. Carlson Cass said Tripp's a twat, but he wears a wooled pelt, so he's a cool twat. Where's my invite? I guess I'd just come on and say like consoles need to 12p or something. I don't get it, VG. I don't.
Learn to play.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Sorry, VG. You wait until the cross-platform cup. Ps4 is going to give you guys a spanking this time. I've got a great team. I'm so happy with my team. I've got Arzuin. He'll beat all your guys. He'll beat all the PC guys. You know, no problem. Oh no, don't. Can you pick Teddy now? Yeah, Teddy and Tripper in the same team. That'd be hilarious. That would definitely go the neighborhood. I tell you what, it'd be funny if Duran picked Teddy because Teddy not impressed with Duran's evil words about his team. So we will see. Yeah, Trip's good. I like Trip playing Norse. I don't think he matches it well there though. If you want in VG Purist, have a word with Andy Devo. The cross-platform cup starts 17th of September. Guinness was supposed to have sorted it, but real-life issues and problems and various other things have put the PC team a bit farther back. Andy Davo has 5 players already, and they're all very good players. He's looking for 2 more. So if you have a word with Andy Davo, if you want MVG and get slapped by the console players, you are more than welcome, buddy. It'd be great to have you on.
Beer number 4, let's go!
It is good entertainment to watch VG get kicked to
It would,
pieces by some PlayStation
I love
players.
VG.
Nice.
I love VG. So Andy Davo's taken over. Guinness, obviously, unfortunately, will not be in the championship or the cup. So I know you and yeah. I mean, the reason we didn't hit you at VG because he was doing something really important in real life was it with work and everything, wasn't it? So we didn't want to. I am going to go into stream about it, but obviously when you was talking admin and all that sort of stuff, so I thought, you know what, we'll leave you alone. We don't, obviously, real life issues are better than games. But if you want in, then I would love to have you. Have a word with Andy Davon, I'm sure he'll put you in, because they're looking for 2 more players. So it would be great to have you. So have a chat with Davo, and we'll get you in, because it'd be awesome.
Always great to have some VGP.
If they're hurting for players, I play on PC once in a while. I can up your average.
I can't. What, you're like an insurgent, sort of like you deliberately throw the games for them. That sounds good. And help Team PS4. You can beat the Xbox lot. We'll let you do that. So, yeah, Cass is saying, Cass wants to be. Everybody wants him in, don't we? Everybody wants him in. I'm Batman. So, yeah, get him in. So, we still wait on Shod. Shod's obviously taking his time here. That's fine. He takes Freeman's Chorfs in round 3. You got 5 minutes to pick somebody else, Sean. So there we go. Let's have a look at Freeman then. Another guy who usually plays Lizards. He's decided to go for Chaos Dwarf, so another pick. Now that's not a bad pick because he'll match up quite well against the Dark Elves for sure. He'll also match up well against Trippers, I think, as well. And depending on what else he went for, he might go well against the Undead. So that looks a very clever pick. Obviously, it'll take me about 5 years to find the fucking team. Where is he? God, I'm bland as a bat. I really am. Might be time to get glasses, you know.
I like the pick. I think it was the best Chorf build out there. I mean, that's what I think. Some people who are on That's what I think. Some people who are on beer number 4 might not agree, but I think it was a slightly better build than Rostifer's build, in my own personal opinion.
Yeah, I like Aldergard. I think this is a really, really good pick, and especially where he goes. Cass says no Apple. Yeah, I agree with that. That's something what slightly put me off. Also, having only 2 rerolls puts me off slightly as well. But you know, hey, most of them got block. Cass says he just threw up in his mouth. What was that other? Was that other the no Apple or something else? Yeah, it's a good pick, and it'll go well against any of them 3 teams. That is a really good shot pick, in my opinion. Wayne, do you agree? Do you think that was a good pick, or do you think it was a crap one?
Yeah, I was thinking to pick him in my next choose.
Yeah. Carlton Cass is, you know, Cass, he likes to be polite. He says, nice team, but Freeman can't play for shit. Don't hold back, Cass. Don't hold back. I like Freeman. I think he's a good. I think he's a good coach, and I think that's quite a good 3 coaches against. So I like that pick. To be fair, I'll be honest. Dazwin said he would have picked it. Bannon, are you confident that your Bearzo can take care of these 3 coaches?
I mean, on paper, I like my build, the way they're matched up against these teams. I think my team...
Except the Dark Elves.
I think my team and Durun's team are probably the 2 strongest ones in this round. I think Tripp's in a tough spot having no tackle against the Dark Elves and the Undead.
Yeah. I think the best coach out of them 4 is Bearzo. So I think O'Bannon's picked very well there. I do like Shot's pick with the team, but if I'm going for coaches, I think Bearzo's a better coach out than 4 on what I've seen. Hey, there you go, take it or leave it. That's what I think. And the missus is she's just messaging me saying she's on the way home. Bless her. Hopefully she's not too pissed because she went out, so she's probably drunk as well. Probably had a bit more than Duran. So round 4, we're still waiting for Shod, and he gets the first pick this time. So.
And we're still waiting for my opinion on this team, Bernie. Come on now.
I thought you was all.
Don't you want to hear my expert analysis of this Chorf team?
By all means.
You already shit on it once. I think your analysis was that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you why I shit on it and why it's not as good as the Chorf team I picked. And Bernie alluded to 2 of those things. One is 2 rerolls. Yep. There's no leader anywhere. There's no Apo. So you're asking for trouble.
Yep.
And the minnow is just, I want to lose. That's what the minnow says when he's on your Chorf team. He says, I need to lose this game. And the minnow will get that done for you. So, yeah, not a fan. Although I did have a 7 on it, but now looking back, it should be like a 6.5 or a 6. So I think I misranked this team.
Freeman said, at least I now know that Cass thinks I'm shit. To be fair, yeah, he thinks probably everybody is, so don't worry about it. Manners on Chorf. To be fair,
not everybody. To be fair, Kaz and I have never had a problem. Never have had a problem. I hope to keep the streak. We'll see if it lasts throughout the draft.
Hey mate, you're messing with his image now. He's a great white shark. He has no friends. You can't start saying he's like a nice little fluffy bunny. It won't go very well. You're supposed to say, oh, he always gives me shit. That's what you're supposed to say. I don't know. So, Shot picked his. I'm talking shit, you know. His shot. I mean, you're running out of time here, buddy. We're still waiting for.
Shot had an easier time picking his nose than making this next pick properly, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, prove him wrong. Yeah, play your time, Bannon. Yeah, Cassie say, look, yeah, it's gonna happen, but when? VG Purist says Freeman Dog. I think you're awesome. There you go. I think VGP picks PS4 crew here. So.
Well, here's the thing. My first experience with Blood Bowl
Hang on a minute.
was...
Second. Just 1 second. That is a brave pick. That is interesting. Duran. So we'll get to Duran first. So he's gone for the underworld of Roik. Now Roik is one crazy motherfucker. He is crazy as shit. I love the guy to bits, but I'll be honest. This has thrown me. An Underworld team going round 4, and the first pick in round 4 as well. Duran, what do you think of that?
Bernie, he picked Mello, not Royke.
Oh shit! I'll be invited to drink. I'll rewind.
Sorry to kill your buzz, but you're
man.
way off on this one.
Fuck! Yes, of course. I was just testing you all to make sure you was all still awake. So he's gone for the bloody...
I thought I had marked this down wrong on my sheet when you were talking about Underworld.
So yes, he wasn't brave at all. I'm getting old. Leave me alone. You mean I'm remembering all this shit. So yes, he's gone for Melgold. Yeah, this seems more of a normal pick. So Melgold, Atletico Madrid is, I presume that's supposed to be Atletico Madrid. I'm guessing, the Spanish team. Duran will obviously. What do you think about this team?
This is obviously other than Shag's undead team, this is the best undead team. There's no wasted skills. Everything looks good. The only question is which Mello will show up and will his internet participate. But if all things are being equal, I had this at a 7. I had this pretty good. I probably would have taken it this round if it was still around, but it's not. So.
Yeah. Azawin?
Yeah, I wanted to choose that too because it's a solid one.
Yeah, and it is a good coach as well as Melgold. The only problem is obviously his internet. What obviously Durham was saying, but Melgold says there's no problem with his internet. So we'll soon find out, won't we? When he starts playing his games. So that was shot. Azo, you are on the clock if you need it.
Yeah, I have my choice.
What a surprise! Go on then, Mr. Efficient.
I want to my team Snake Ace with Niklos.
Oh, he's gone for a bit of Necro. Yeah, Snake has. I think he may be MML. I guess. I don't know if there's any MML coaches what can clarify if that's right or not. But it is a nice team. Nice, pretty pick.
I don't know much about the coach, but I really like the team.
Yeah, I like the team as well. Supernatural Born Killers. I do believe back in my MML days I did clash with him a few times and is a decent coach. So that's good. And obviously I do like the build. 2 Mighty Blow Claw, Wolves, plenty of guard, 3 rerolls as well. He's in Blood and Tears apparently, and he is in MML as well. Both big leagues. He left a bit ago on the MML, but I think he's still in Blood and Tears. So yeah, he's a very, very good coach. Durham will come to you. Good pick.
I like 3 rerolls better than 2 reroll Necro teams, but
Yep.
we haven't touched on this very much, and I don't know if it's happened very much, but it's going to be my pet peeve for people putting points in the cheerleader and coach assists when they should dump everything in the fan factor. There's just more value there.
All right.
But what's Super and Snake Eyes? Where do I have this guy? I had him at a 6, so kind of middle of the road. Yeah, just guard zombies are good, I guess. Again, the redundancy in the wolves. I would have liked to have seen a ball stripper in one of those wolves, maybe wrestle tackle. But
Yeah.
there were some little things I would like to see different. I don't know nothing about him either, too. So, but yeah, it's not terrible.
Our media player says Shot's first pick, love that. So you've made his day, Shot. Bannon, I mean, what do you think? Good pick? Would you have took him later on in the draft, or?
I think that's a good pick. I had him on the board for going around the 5th round. I don't know Snake Eyes that much. although he is in B&T, but I'm kind of new to B&T. I do know that Necro is his race. He knows Necro, so.
Right. Okay. Right. You are on the clock, Abanon.
All right.
So we have in this round so far, we've got Undead and we've got Necro. So we're going with the Dead team. Teddy Tom, have I missed me? No, you have not gone yet. Teddy Tom, most people thought he would probably go in the first round, but not many people was impressed with his roster. Obviously, Durham was very scared of the Teddy Tom roster. So no, you haven't gone. Neither was Sergel either. Not many people like Sergel's. Sergel was. I don't know if he still is. This is where we probably need Tripperus. But Sergel, highest win percentage on the PS4. People even dare say he's better than bloody Lord Azawin. Surely that's not true. But people even have the nerve to say that. But he still hasn't gone yet. But I don't know anybody who likes his team. That's the problem.
I don't like. So I have about I think it's like a 77% win rate with Lizards, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like his build on the Lizards. That's the only reason why. I love the coach, don't like his build.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with a little bit of a flyer. I want to take a shot here. I'm gonna go with Spawn of Sulu.
Whoa, the guy who is called in the MML the legendary Spawn of Cthulhu. That's how they address him in the MML. They're not allowed to address him as Spawn of Cthulhu. They have to say legendary. That's how much of a legend that he is. It's the home of the YOLO. He did a crazy YOLO play against Preach, the commissioner of the MML. He was so bad that apparently Preach didn't speak to him for a very long time with his rats. He hasn't gone with rats this time though, has he? I think he's gone with Dark Elves, if I remember correctly. The legend is taken, and Spawn goes, "Oh baby, oh yes, can he repay the faith?"
Well, he's going to have to earn that name over the next month. That would be nice.
I'm sure he will. He's very, very, very good coach.
I'm sure he will.
We
First page, Bernie.
Sorry, say that again.
First page, if you want to see.
I know where the legend is. Fun facts about the legend. He was pitch cleared by my 14-year-old back in the MML days. Yeah, so I'm hoping that gives Abanon some sort of false confidence. But
information I could have heard 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, my son pitch cleared him. Yes, and that isn't even my best son either. But there you go. We'll try and give him less pressure on him. Bless him. But yeah, he's a very, very good coach. I like the pick. He's very, very good, and it's a bit interesting, a bit different to the other two. So yeah, I don't mind that. Duran, do you like the pick?
I had his team at a 7. I'm rank 7 for teams, but again, this is the Witch Elf I had problems with. Block and strip ball kind of counteract what both want to do. So, and he's got a leader in Apple. Like it all looks good, but just that kind of annoyed me over the other Dark Elf team I took earlier. So I had it lower, but I might have picked this next if it was still around, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I like the. I mean, it's always hard, isn't it, when you're looking at teams but you don't know the coaches, and it's always tricky. Shot says not my best son. I meant on the game. He's not the best player on the game of Blood Bowl. He's probably our weakest one. I'm not that evil.
Oh, come on now.
Come on, Shot. Plus, my other son's going to give me loads of money because he's really intelligent. Duran, you are on the clock. You know what your pick's going up against. It's going up against the legend that is Spawn of Cthulhu and his Dark Elves.
Yeah, it's going to be a minute.
Yeah, okay. It's going to be a minute. Ooh, and he's going to get Snake Eyes, Necro's build, and obviously Meligold's Undead. Oh my god, I wish that was bloody right now. That would have been fun. So I mean, let's go around the coaches while he's waiting. Azwin, are you happy with your team so far? Are you happy with your picks?
What, sorry?
Are you happy with your team so far? Are you happy with all the picks?
Yeah, a lot. I love the coach that I pick.
Good. Do you think it's the best team out the lot so far?
And the best team of all?
Yeah, is your team better than Abannon's? Is it better than Duran's? Is it better
Absolutely. I have the better team. For sure.
Good stuff. Bannon, you happy with yours?
Arzo may be right about a lot of things. All right. And his voice may be enchanting. But when Arzo is wrong, he is wrong, and this is one of those cases. Segezio, Gimlick, Burzo, Legend, can't top that.
Yeah, I mean, a legend, Tenacious Day, I love it. Calcium says Teddy I'm being picked yet because he didn't give any of the captains a blowjob. I'm presuming Cass must have given Duran the best one in the world to get picked first. Good on you, Cass. I like the way you're thinking.
Someone even call it the mighty blow.
The mighty blow, absolutely. Any girlfriend who has a mighty blow is always good in my book. So yeah, Duran is now, and don't forget Duran's got the next two picks as well. So he's probably thinking which way to put him around as well. While he's doing that, I'm just checking my list. And it's going to start getting a bit tricky now because Teddy's getting a bit worried, isn't he? He bit down to. Oh man, hey, it wasn't. Look at me. I didn't say the mighty blow. Somebody else said the mighty blow joke. It wasn't me. I just repeated it. Come on, man. You know I pinch things.
Later, Batman. Thanks for stopping by. You guys can get your asses kicked in the cross-platform cup.
Does that mean VG's already in the Andy Davo team already? I'd feel really bad if we actually beat VG. It would be known as the PC team that got knocked out by the consoles. We're gonna come take your cup. I'm afraid. I'm sorry, VG. I love you, mate, but Cass and the crew are gonna rip your teams to shreds. So it's nothing personal. The best have just gotta win it, and that's what we are. I'm just going through the teams. So just a recap: Calcium Cass was taken with the first ever pick ever. So no pressure, Cass, but you're expected to win them all. Still a lot of good coaches to go though. Any sleeper picks, Bernie?
You know what? You know what?
Yep.
Fuck it. I'm gonna be that guy.
You be that guy.
I don't know if this is the best group to put it in, but it's gonna get. I don't see a better spot to put them. It's the best team left on my board. So I'm gonna take Dungeon Masters Kislev.
Oh, Dungeon Master Kislev.
Oh, I was hoping for him in the next round.
So Abanon Avengers is not going to Abanon. Awkward. Okay, and you're on the clock for your next one, Duran.
Yep.
Okay, just mute your mic while we talk. There we go. So Abanon, we'll come to you first, mate.
Well, that was going to be my pick in this round. In the 5th round. I thought Duran wasn't going to be high on the Kislev team. He was the only person he had to get through to get back to me. I'm getting a weird echo.
Yeah, Duran needs to mute.
Oh, sorry.
So because of that, that's the reason why I didn't pick Dungeon Master this round is because the only thing I had to do was avoid Duran picking him, and then it would be right back to me. I didn't think Duran was that high on Kislev, so I thought I would get away with letting him slide to the 5th round. Unfortunately, I was incorrect.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because Shod said the same. Shod wanted him. You obviously wanted him. I didn't see Duran picking him. I'll be honest. I'm really surprised with that. He's got in round 4. It's not round 5. You're in round 4, Dungeon Master.
For those who are a fan of my channel and the 20 Games with series, I did really well with Kislev. I see their potential, and Dungeon Master did really well with Dark Elves, so I'm going to take a shot.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's interesting. The only thing what worried me, and I think I obviously talked to Dungeon Master. Obviously, a lot of people who obviously play Kislev better than me. They like the bear, but I think in this format I didn't like it because it's only got the 11 players. Now, one thing I know about Kislev is they break easy. I don't know where they have this armor right because I think most of the time they look like they're going around with armor 6. So I'm surprised with this pick. I had him going down to Abanon. I thought they had some sort of agreement between them. I think it's too high of a pick myself, I'll be honest. Coach, yes.
Fuck your agreements.
Great coach, but I think round 4 is a bit high. But what's he against? That's the thing we've got to look at. He's against the Undead, he's against Necro, and he's against the legend that is Dark Elf. So who knows? It's going to be good. But yeah, interesting pick. Azwin, are you surprised that it's gone round 4?
Yeah, a little, because I respect a lot that coach, but for me, Kislev is a bad option with this format. I probably pick him at round 7 or 8,
Mm,
for me at
mm.
least.
Yeah, Abannon, what do you think? Usually get next round,
I
isn't it?
was I was gonna make him my fifth round pick. Dungeon Master is a very good coach.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's got the best team name in the bunch.
Yep, I can see
The
that.
only thing that was holding me back on it was that it was Kislev, and I didn't know how optimal that would be in this format.
Yeah, I mean that's the issue I had. Great coach. No one doubts his ability. He's done really, really well
How
with
much
Grand
time,
House.
Bernie?
About a couple of minutes. Um, but I wasn't sold on the roster. I didn't like the bear in this format for definite. And 11 players with Kislev, ooh, risky, very risky. But yeah, Duran's Dungeon Master, they will play obviously the legendary Spawn of Cthulhu's Civil Disobedience in the first round, so that'll be interesting. First week, and obviously Azo's Necro will play Shots Undead and Melagor, so that should be interesting. There is no dwarfs actually in the competition. There's chorfs, but there's no dwarfs. Nobody picked dwarfs at all. So if you're waiting for dwarfs, guess what? You'll be waiting a long time. So hey, it is what it is. But there is going to be some leaping chainsaw goblins. Come on, that's got to be better than dwarfs. So
All right, I'm ready.
okay, Jordan, take it away. Round 5, first pick.
It's just by the most fraction of hairs, which means I probably won't get the other team I want. But I'm gonna take the best Norse team in the competition, constructed, and that's Sam's.
Yep. There's a lot of love for Sam's team. This is a solid pick. I thought he would have been the first of the Norse teams to go. I'll be honest. I wasn't sure where they'd go, but I thought he would definitely be the first one to go. And it is here. Death Metal Valhalla. When I looked at this team, I thought it had a bit of everything. I think it's a really good pick. The only negative I had was no Apothecary, but he's had to scrimp somewhere. It's a really, really well-built Norse team. I like it. I mean, it's a good pick. I think round 5's a good spot for this team. Yeah,
I think
it's a
those
solid
were two
pick.
very good picks. I think Dungeon Master and Sam's Norse were my top two remaining on the list. So I have to agree completely with those two picks. I think the only
Of course you
issue.
do. I'm the best orc coach in the world. Why wouldn't you agree? Come on, you don't want to sound stupid, right?
All right, so once the second best orc coach is done talking, I was thinking, I like Sam's build. I do agree it's the best Norse build. I think by the end of this round, though, you might see that he's up against some teams that might not be best race-wise.
Yeah, I think the only negative thing you've got here is obviously that with him being picked first in this round, you three guys can now try and counter pick against that Norse. That's the only bad thing. But Sam is a very good coach, and obviously, he's the commissioner of the Blood and Tears. He's brilliant. He's
Yeah,
also
but
Ps4
but
admin.
Bernie, can
Yeah,
you counter pick a glass cannon? I don't know.
I don't know. The other three coaches will probably let us know. Azawad, do you think that's a good pick, or you know?
Well, I like the team, I like the coach, but I miss the Apo here, because if you lose some key pieces, you can have a very good problem here.
Yeah, absolutely. Abanon, you are on the clock.
All right.
Oh, going to leaderboard here. So
Thank you,
again,
baby.
that looks like a good two picks by what the other coaches are saying. I mean, a lot of them wanted the Kislev. There's only Arzwin who wasn't sold on it, but most of them were sold on the Sam's Norse. I think he was the best Norse team. I'm surprised Arzwin didn't pick that ahead of Trip, but as he said, there is no Apo, and obviously a glass cannon with no Apo is a bit of a risk. But he had to cut a corner somewhere. Did Sam? He got so much crammed into that Norse team. He even got a bench as well. So I think it's a solid pick myself. But I can understand why Arzawin would be slightly put off with it. And Kazum Kass is to Valhalla. So yeah, jolly good. Oh, it's good to have an admin on your team. So yeah. So we're now winning for the banner pick. And now, we've got to appreciate that these coaches now, as they've been saying, oh, I would have picked him, I would have picked him. So they are going to start using that 5-minute timer now, because obviously the coaches and the teams they wanted have just been picked or just gone. So it'll be interesting to see how Abannon does this. Will Abannon try and counter-pick the Norse here? Duran seems to think he can.
We're almost through the meat, Bernie, and we're almost ready to start scumming the bottom of the barrel. And those are going to be fun rounds when we hit those. But almost all the somewhat good teams are about to be gone, and then we're going to get into it.
I must admit, Duran, I can't believe no one's picked the pylon tree yet. I'm most disappointed. He should have gone first round.
Oh, there we go. You mean one of the two teams I had ranked at 1? That pylon tree?
Yeah, that one, yeah. The pylon tree of Dionysus. I thought that was awesome. I thought it was an awesome pick. But, yeah. So, Abannon, the pressure's on. Azo's probably already got his pick. He's probably like, yeah.
I know. The pressure's on. I've got it down to 2 teams.
Come on,
And,
So it's like, come on, hurry up. Push it.
Yeah, that Wood Elf team is pretty sexy, Ben, and you should probably take that.
Yeah. I like that tree. I love that tree. That tree's going to do well.
So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make this round a round full of blood. I'm gonna take Teddy Tom's Norse.
Teddy Tom's Norse.
Good luck in this round. Anything can happen.
That is an interesting pick, because basically Teddy has a lot to prove. Everybody, Duran, not just Duran, a lot of people have said this team ain't good enough. Teddy's good, but this roster sucks. And Teddy's just said about time. Teddy's got a point to prove, and I can't wait to see him take on Sam. It's going to be a great one. So 2 Norse have been picked. Azo, you are on the clock if you need it.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh, you always are ready. That's why you're the
Oh, we can't talk about how shitty this Norse team is?
You really want to have another? Oh, go on then, Duran. If you want to talk a bit more terribleness of.
Oh, this is just the same as Trips. If he doesn't win the coin toss, he's in a lot of trouble. It's pretty much the same deal.
That's kind of the deal with every Norse team.
I presume Duran will be really happy that you've picked Teddy Tom, though, because obviously, he's got the best Norse team, so technically that should be a free win for Duran. I'm guessing. I'm sure that's how Duran's thinking.
It should be if I win the coin toss, but like Azerwayne said, the Norse teams are heavily dependent on going first. So,
What's also great about this game, it's going to be a fun game, Teddy Tom versus Sam. Neither Norse team has an Apo. It's just going to be blood.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, and that's what it's all about. Is have some good matchups, a lot of fun, and them two will play each other week 1 as well. So hey. Be a great first game of the round. Azo, you obviously got your team already. What are you picking?
Okay, I'm seeing the other coaches are choosing Norses. I'm going to pick my second killer team because I see here we need some blood. So I choose Grubby's Short.
And as anyone on the stream can see, my cursor went straight to Gruby. Obviously, I didn't know he was going to pick, but I was almost certain 2 Norse teams. And the rumour was that he was going to try and get Gruby on about a mid-level pick, and obviously we're into round 5. This is a really good matchup for Gruby. Gruby just played Norse as well, so Gruby knows the strengths and weaknesses of Norse, and this is a great pick. I can see this Chalk team ripping the 2 Norse teams apart. I think this is probably a very good pick from Azerwayne. Very, very smart. And obviously Gruby always has hot dice, so that's always good. That's a good pick. I like that a lot. Duran, does this scare you, this pick? We've been good mates with Gruby.
Woohoo! One of my 1s are off the board. Yeah!
So it's looking good for Duran, because obviously Duran expect him to be Teddy, and he'll expect him to beat Gruby, so this could be a very predictive round for Duran then, I presume.
So, I had Gruby pretty much hand in hand with my pick here, and the reason why I went with the Norse instead is This is a 2 reroll team with no Apo and no leader. Now going into 2 killer Norse teams. Things can fall apart quick.
Yeah, I mean, and that was the only slight thing I mean, I would have put that cheerleader into Fan Factor as well. But it's Groovy. Groovy always seems to have really good dice. He's got 12 players. Most of them got Armor Nan. And Arzuin's probably been waiting to put him into a slot where he thinks he'll get maximum potential. And I think that this is...
He is a lucky cunt. We can't deny this fact. But he does not have a ball carrier, so...
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
That was the thing, wasn't it? He doesn't have a ball carrier. That was the crazy bit. But hey, it is what it is. So obviously, Arzo's happy with that pick. I think it's a very good pick. Calcium says, no data player. Effing amateur. So there you go. The claw's a bit wasted though against AV7, but obviously he can go Ulf hunting and he can go obviously Yeti hunting as well. So yeah, I think that's a good pick. Shod, you are now on the clock. You have 5 minutes to pick yours. Cassie says Gooby equals easy win. I don't know about that. I think it's a good spot for Gooby. I really do. But all 3 of them are good coaches, so it'll be great. The good thing is round 5 is gonna have plenty of blood. It'll be interesting to see what Shod picks now. What can he pick? I mean, that's it. I'm having a look to see what's left. What I would. Just going through them all now. Still a few in there. When will the leaping chainsaws go off the... Be interesting to see. Am I getting really quiet? Oh dear, I'm getting really quiet. I've gone quiet. Is that any better? It's just that's getting late. It's getting late, guys, and I don't want to die. But there you go. I should be a bit better. Yeah, Mrs. is back, mate. She's just come in. She doesn't look too pissed. Like, drunk wise. So we might be alright.
Are you a bear?
Any chance of me getting my leg over is probably gone though, because I'm too busy doing this draft. So I hope you guys are, being appreciative that I'm not going to score tonight. Yeah, I wish you would kill me. Yeah, Cass is right. So.
This makes 2 of us, Bernie.
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad you are as well. That's good. We're both not having sex tonight. Fantastic.
Yeah, that's not happening.
It's not happening. Well, it's a wake her up, and she's not going to like that. So we're just waiting for Shot. See what he goes for. I mean, I'll go to Aswell. No, we'll go to Aswin because Aswin's bloody. He's just got Masters of Screen bloody drafts. I'll go to O'Bannon. Is the draft now starting to get really hard now? Is it sort of like?
This is where it gets tough. This is where you're gonna start. I think this is where all our papers, like if we did a draft board, I think the top half is going to be fairly similar for all of us. But now getting into the second half, I think someone could look at one coach and say, hey, round 6. Someone else could look at that and be like, yeah, round 9,
Yeah.
And I think in this area where you have coaches that maybe you're not as familiar with, and that might just be that they don't stream or anything like that, maybe builds that you don't like. There's still some quality to be had, I will say, of what is remaining. Definitely some high quality to be had.
And this is where this competition could be won though in the lower rounds, because a lot of the top rounds are like the round 1, 2, and 3. All the coaches, it may come down to a couple of dice. Where in the lower rounds you may be able to find a good coach against the lesser coaches who could certainly make hay. And the chances being took on Shushnik and his lizards. Doesn't know much about him, but he likes his team. Yeah, I don't know much about him, but he's gone for lizards. That's not a bad pick at all.
I like the build.
Players, 3 team rerolls, Mighty Blow, bit of everything that team's got really, hasn't it? So yeah, that's a decent pick. Shod, you're on the clock for round 6, just to let you know. But yeah, that's not a bad pick. I just don't know the coach, I'll be honest. I don't know if he's from not Blood Tears, Duff will be praised. I don't know if he was one what Bearzo went for. Cass says no tackle, but if we look at the teams, 2 Norse and a Case Dwarf, I don't think tackle is going to be too much of a problem here. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think there's much tackle needed in this round. I
No,
think no Apothecary. Those skinks might get torn up pretty quick with those 2 Norse teams.
Yeah. I mean, the claws, the few claws could be could be problematic. But yeah, I think this is a good round for all four coaches. I still think Gruby's got a. I like Gruby's pick here, but again, Sam and Teddy both good. Teddy's got a point to prove. Teddy really.
Okay, what happened? I had to answer the door for food.
Shod's gone and picked Shushnik, School of Crocs. It's a Lisbon team. Cass thinks it's a good matchup for Norse. Possibly. I think all four coaches could be happy with their pick in this round.
All right, that was the end of round 5. That pick too.
It was, yes. That was round 5. So we wait for Shod's round 6 pick. To me personally, there is only one coach to pick and one team. I can barely hear you, Bernie. I don't know why, because I haven't really gone down that low. I don't think.
I can hear you.
Is that any better? I'll put the microphone a bit closer to my mouth. So Sam T, Norse, CD Gruby, and yeah, that's right. Yeah, Ted, it will be. Now on my board, I have one team going this round first. If he picks anything else, it's a mistake. But I'm not going to obviously tell you who I've picked, because obviously if he don't pick him,
I think I know what you have here,
yeah, I'm sure you do.
but we are in different.
Yeah, don't you don't have to go with what I go with. But
I think I know what you have.
I can tell you, I knew the Lizard team would be gone. I'd never have a chance at that.
What, School of Crocs?
Yeah, the one he just picked. Yeah, I
Yeah.
figured it'd be gone before it got back to me.
Yeah, it's a good solid pick. The only thing is I don't know much about the coach, but I do like the team. Teddy Tom says it's a stupid wood elf. Yeah, but what's wrong with the wood elves with a pile on tree, Teddy? It's a pile on tree, man. Come on. I don't know if that's as cool as the flying leaping chainsaw, but come on, you have a heart. That pile on tree. Tell you what, that pile on tree is gonna kill some fucker. I'll tell you that right now. Tell you that right now. He's gonna kill someone. Maybe his own players, but he's gonna kill someone. So we're almost coming to the 5-minute warning now for Shod. He's gonna have to be quick. He's gonna have to tick tock. But have you three got your pick yet? Have you three quite happily with what you think you're gonna go with? Sorry, Shod. Sorry.
I'm close.
Which close? What? Hey. Now.
I'm close too.
I'm happy we can do that for you, bud.
I tell you what, Shushnik. He has to be Killjoy, didn't he? Parlon can't be used if rooted. I don't know.
You're number 5 in food. Yum.
And yeah, Shod has gone for the one I would have picked, Sergal. Yeah, that Sergal dropping round 6 is crazy. I don't like his build, but how many times do we say that though? We don't like Sergal's build. Sergal, if someone turned around to me and said Sergal gone round 6, I'd be what? That is a steal. An absolute steal. I was debating whether would he be a good matchup in round 5, but then thinking round 6, he's almost like guaranteed to get you wins without being disrespectful to anybody else. I mean, Sergal in round 6, really? I think that's a good pick. I would trust in Sergal that he knows what he's doing with his lizards. I think this is an amazing pick for the round. Do you agree with that, Duran, or do you think it's right where he is?
What was his round 6, right? First round, round 6?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. I had this team at a 4, and that's taking into account that Sergal is the coach. I just really don't like this team. I really don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't see how it's going to do anything. But I guess if he winds up with a good group, sure, but he's the first pick of the group, so unlikely to be the favorite, because everybody can now counter lizards if they feel like it. So.
They could. But I mean, Cass says Sergal's the most overrated coach in the PS4. Some say he's better than Azawin, you know? And if you, I mean, even if he isn't, he's up in that sort of echelon. He's a PS4 champion as well. I don't like the build, but people have got to understand Segel's way of thinking is completely different to everybody else's, but he still gets it done. And I think that's a steal on round 6. I'm sorry, but that's a bloody good steal.
Yeah, I don't like that build at all.
I don't.
And that's the only reason why Circle dropped as far as he did on my board. So here's what we're gonna go with,
Yep.
and I think he will be a nice addition at this
Yeah.
point. I'm
So
gonna go
I've
with
got.
late.
Hang on, let me just make sure I've got this right. It is you, isn't it? Yeah, I'm just double making sure. Yep. Okay.
Oh wait, no, wait. Arzo's up. Arzo's
Yeah.
up. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry.
Arzo's
Yeah,
up.
that's what I thought. I had him down. Yeah. Sorry, Arzo, you're up.
My bad.
Yeah, okay. I have the team.
Yeah.
I choose Jim Sardonic with Negros.
Yeah. Now, Azarin, would you have picked Sergel this round if he wasn't picked before you, or would you have not gone
No,
for it?
because Sergio is a top coach, but I promised to a very good friend to not to choose using members, and it's banned for me.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I remember you saying that. So yeah. So the MML Blitzing Pandas. I love the name. Jim Sardonic, and he has a beautiful Necro team. One thing I'm sort of picking out here from Azarwin, a lot of his teams. He's gone for a lot of speed. He's got a couple of Skaven teams in there. Is that his second Necro team as well?
I like Jim. He's a nice guy. He's a good coach. I think it was a good pick by Arzawayne.
Unfortunately, Jim, you're going to have to go against Sergel. But this, I would probably be, is probably better built, and you do have Mighty Blow and Claw on 2 of your pieces. So, yeah, Azra is loving the fact he can actually pick decent coaches instead of UC members. Calcium Cass. How could you?
All
Joey,
right.
do you
So
like this pick?
here's. Oh,
Sorry,
sorry.
I'm just going to go to Doug because I always forget Duran. I get told off otherwise. Duran, do you like this pick? If he's there.
Sorry, chewing.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, this was still one of the couple sixes I had left on the board. It's possible I would have taken it if it had fallen to me, but given what's left. But I mean, I never like Necro's such a weird 1100 build. Like you're never gonna get what you want. So Necro's always just kind of like, you're never gonna get a great Necro team with 1100 TV to start with. So,
Yeah.
but it's definitely all right.
Good. So yeah, so that was Azo. So now, if I've got this right, then it's a Bannon on the clock.
All right. I am ready.
Oh, good.
So I had 2 coaches up at this part,
Yep.
or 3 coaches in mind.
Yep.
Arzo took one of them, making this decision a little bit easier. So I'm going to go with Laser Trip 91
Oh,
and his
that's
Undead.
That's a good pick. Laser Trip, one of the powerhouses of the MML. Again, usually I thought he mainly plays Lizards. The other team he likes to play though are Undead, and this is a nice spot. Now, someone said in chat, I think it might be Cole, who said maybe Sergel deliberately made a bad build so that people won't pick him in the first couple of rounds and prey on some easier coaches in round 6. Well, that's sort of blown up in his face because he's going up against Jim and he's gone against Lasertrip. Now, Lasertrip is an amazing coach and he plays Undead extremely well. And this is a very, very nice team. And this will certainly take on Sergel. Will it beat Sergel? We don't know. I would prefer this build. But yeah, that's a good pick for me. Duran, do you agree, disagree?
A very nice team. I think
Yeah.
it's a little high praise. I don't like the guard zombie. I don't like the diving tackle. Ghoul. I hate the fact he has 2 killers instead of 1. Pick a lane. Should have more guard. He could easily have 2 more guard. Yeah, there's a lot of things that are wrong with this team. I had it at a 5. It's probably my least favorite undead team in the entire tournament. But given the fact we're in round 6, it's probably not terrible.
Well, that's it. I mean, for round 6 to me, I think this is really, really good. Aswin, was this sort of on the radar for you? Was this one of your picks coming up, or?
Yeah, I like the team too, but I'm with the run. I think maybe other abilities are first pick in this team.
Fair dues. So that means, Duran, you are on the clock for the next 2 picks. sure Cass will be interested to see who you go for. So this is getting very interesting now. Where will the pylon tree go? Where will the leaping chainsaws go? The Underbell.
Wait, who are the teams? Necro. Why did I circle it? Necro, Undead, and Lizards, right?
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah.
So now this is going to get interesting. Because the thing is, Duran has the next 2 picks. So he'll pick 2 teams and he'll probably think which pick is best for, obviously, round 6, and then which team will be picked for round 7. We've got a lot of the fun, crazy teams coming up now as well, so this should be good. I think it's safe to say we're going to get a lot of the fun teams clashing with each other. What is what we want. I've got plenty of messages coming through. Spawn, obviously, he's an ambulance driver. He's had to rush off, but he was watching it. And that was, sorry, Liz, I didn't get back to that till late. Yeah. Bloody hell. Azuane says he's playing shot at 11 PM BST my time. If I want to stream it, if I can, Azuane, I will. You're in the chat with him anyway. Fucking hell, I forgot you. See, you don't usually come in our chats, do you? I forgot you're here, Azo, if I can, I will, buddy. I gladly do you in shot as always. It's always fun to see you in shot play. So we're coming to the nitty gritty, the last few rounds. Who will go where? While you're thinking, Duran, I am going to write down who's got who. Well, that would be helpful, wouldn't it? So, who's after you? So, yeah. So, anyone in chat want to claim who's got the best team yet? If everyone's... so, I'm just looking to see who's got what. So, Duran's got Calcium Cass. He's got Rostifer. He's got Emrooted, the Polish champion. He's got Dungeon Master. So, there's 4 very good coaches. He's then gone for Sam T as well, another good coach. Well, they're all good coaches, are they? So that's not a bad front 5, that. And then the Bannon, let's see what a Bannon's gone for. He's gone for Seghezio's Orcs. I like that pick. I love them Orcs. Probably my favourite build, to be fair. He's then gone for the Swede Gimlick. That's a powerful pick as well. He's then gone for Bezo, my apprentice. Padawan, what you want to call him. Then he's gone for the legend that is Spawn of Cthulhu. That's a good pick as well. He's gone for Teddy Tom, who's got a point to prove as well. And he's Laser Trip as well. So that's a good... See, like I said, all these teams are very good. I mean, I thought Duran's team was good. Then you look at Bannon's and think, crikey, that's just as good. What's Arza gone for? So he's gone for Projeki. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. With his rats. He's then gone for V-Power V, who is also rats. He's then gone for Trippers. Now that's a bold pick. That's a very bold pick. But I suppose if anyone could handle him, it would be Arzo. And then he's gone for Snake Eyes Necro in round 4. He's then gone for Groovy, what I was pretty sure he was going to go for round 5. He's got him. And he's just picked Jim Sardonic's Necro again. Are we close to getting your pick yet, Duran? Shod's gone for our media player in first round, so that's a very good pick, a former Xbox champion as well. He then went for Shagrath's Undead, that's a good pick. He's used his first 2 picks very well there. He's then gone for Freeman and his Chorfs in round 3. Followed that up with Melgold in round 4, another Undead, so that's 2 Undead he's gone for. Always good in this sort of competition. He's then gone for Shushnik in round 5, but a beautiful lizard build. And he's rounded that off with Sergal, the big powerhouse of the Ps4 ladder. Although most people probably say Sazwin, but obviously one of the top ones with his lizards. Duran's gone into a coma listening to Shot's team list. Shots fired. So Duran, are you almost ready for your next pick?
It's probably. I don't know what to take, honestly.
Oh, pressure.
It's kind of a crapshoot. How much time do I got?
About a minute.
Okay.
He knows he wants to take on the pylon tree. He knows it because it's just bloody awesome. God, I'm out of beer. I need to get some more beer. Oh crap! I'm gonna get some beer while I'm waiting. More beer. I'll just take the one. Do 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 do. Oh, what can we have? I will have one of those. Do do do. I'll take that. Bum, 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 bum. About 30 seconds, Durant.
All right, I got to pick. I'm not. I don't know. I don't know if there's a better one. I'm gonna take Sir Agravain's Necro.
Oh, now that is a steal. That's the next one I had on my list. That is
Yeah, but I
Necro
don't
as
know
well.
if I like it in this group. That's the problem.
Well, you could have picked him in round 7. But he's in round 6 now. Just trying to find him. What page is he on? There he is. The Roundheads. So obviously Sagravain, betterly known in the MML as Jofro, one of a very, very good coach in the MML. Usually plays Lizards, but I've seen him play Necro in the Blood and Tears.
Oh, is it Joe Fro? If I'd known it was Joe Fro, I just would have picked him for being Joe Fro. Oh,
Well,
okay.
there you go. So yeah, it's Jofro, and it's just a great coach, and that is an amazing. That really does upgrade that team already. Very good coaches, the MML guys will tell you, and also the Blood and Tear guys will tell you. But because obviously he's got all his teams on his Jofro account, he doesn't like getting rid of them, so he obviously has other accounts, and this is one of them. So Jofro and Sir Agravain. So yeah, very good pick, I think. I like this pick. I don't mind the team build. The only thing I don't like about it is the 2 rerolls. That's the only thing. But you know, when I played against Jofro before, he doesn't really need them. So there you go. Andy says slow throw. Liz says Jofro. But yeah, I think that's a good pick. And you're back on the clock for your first pick in round 7. Duran, you have 5 minutes if need be. So we've got Duran picking now, then we've got a Bannon, then we've got Azo, and then we've got Shod with 2 as well. So that should be good. I always think
I think I know what I'm doing. I just can't find the team. Give me a minute.
okay, no worries. I mean, if I've got this right, there's 36 teams and there's 4 captains, so there's not 10 rounds, there's actually 9 rounds. So Duran was saying he will be left with the last team. It's not actually true. It will be Shod left with the last team, who nobody wants. Just a bit of interesting information there. Yeah, what's the 13 over beers? It's obviously must be an MML thing, but what is the 13 over? Do you want to explain it to me while I'm waiting for the next pick coming in? I love Joe Frey. He's a good coach, good bloke as well. You always need these good blokes in your group, I think. All right, my next beer is open. He's afraid of number 13. Oh my days. That's interesting. Unlucky for some. Okay, fair dues. Didn't know that. So Joffrey hates a number and you'll love it. Always big hum with 13 stuff. Fair dues. So Duran is just thinking now. He's either trying to find it or he's having second thoughts. You just know Aswin will probably be ready straight away.
It didn't have an Apo, so now I don't like it anymore.
Oh, he didn't like the Apo. I'm not going to bug Joe Fro with a number 13. Maybe his opponent might. But, yeah. And that's quite good, because obviously Laser Trip, you're against Joe Fro, aren't you? That's going to be good. An MML clash. Jim's in the MML. So 3 of the 4 coaches are from the MML, so that should be fun. 3 MML coaches taking on Sergal from the UC.
I might as well just flip a coin. It doesn't really matter. Um, yeah, I'll
Yeah.
take the team with the Apo. The Skaven team with the Apo. Mom McPhee or something.
Yeah, yeah,
Mom Mc.
that's the
Yeah.
another MML coach if I remember correctly. West Welsh Brigade.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of getting to the point where it's really tough to pick someone, and it's just like, I don't know. Skaven's, I guess, a tier one team, and I guess the other one doesn't have the Apo, but
Yeah. Well,
we'll see what happens.
the good news is he's a very very good coach. So that's really good. And I've seen him play Ps4 very well. I've never seen him play Skaven, but obviously the MML guys might be able to tell you. But yeah, he's very good, and he's from Wales. So there you go. Abanon, you're on the clock. Azo, you happy? Azo, what do you think about that? Do you think that was a good pick? Was that something you was looking for?
Yeah, it's a good pick. I have him in the probably of the. I think about three teams, and Momo was one of them.
Yeah, yeah, he's a good coach, and getting a good coach like that in round 7's a steal. I think that's a very shrewd pick from Durham myself. Bannon, are you sad to see that team picked, or was you? Oh, then again, you're sorry, forget it. You're already
I
thinking.
was I was close to that team.
Right. Hill to the D is truly an international gathering of greatness, says Calcium Cast. Calcium Cast is loving his captain's picks here. He's Canadian. He's a Canadian. Why is he? I thought he was Welsh. Tells you how much I know about Mombo. I don't know why I thought he was Welsh. Is it because it says West Welsh in there? Oh, well, he's Canadian. There you go. He's not from Wales. What do I know? So another Canadian he picks up there. So yeah, we're getting down to the nitty gritty. Someone's gonna have to set the pile on trees.
This is round 7, Bernie.
It is, yeah.
Wow. Okay. So we're right into the shit of it now. Okay.
Yeah, we only there's only 2 more rounds after this, Durin. You have 2 more picks to take. Pick wisely, as they would say. But I mean, the good thing is I'm looking at all the teams and I'm thinking there's really good quality in all the teams. So, and especially where they've all gone as well, I'm happy with. There's a lot of good matchups, I think. Level playing fields. So.
All right. I think we're getting there.
You think you get in there?
Think I'm getting there. It's taking a little bit to push me over the edge.
Over the edge. Over the edge of glory.
Ah, shit. That
It's
makes
hard
me not
now, isn't
want
it? This is it, innit? You're all like, ooh, don't want to pick him, don't.
Yeah, this is a tough spot because most of these teams have pieces that I like at this point, but then glaring issues in the team build that I think will be detrimental to them in the game itself.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that in mind,
Just don't pick my goblin teams.
I don't think. Shit, that's not there either.
Cass has been on. Are we all on the beer tonight? I think we all are on. Just about everyone's on the beer.
Thing is, there's some great coaches still available.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
there are people that I know well that are still sitting here that, had it been for other builds, would have gone earlier,
Yeah.
I think.
I think what it was, though, is a lot of them just wanted a bit of fun, didn't they? That's the thing.
So here's what we're going to do.
Go on.
We are going to take Runemont's Underworld.
Oh, Runimon. He got to the final with Underworld, so he knows how to play them in the Champions Ladder. And it was only the Bairni's Curse what sunk him in the final against, I do believe it was Shod's Dwarfs, if I remember correctly. But that's not a bad pick. I just got to find him now. That's the thing. What page is he? Oh, there he is. Page 3, Civil War Money. Obviously from the Powerhouse League of the UC. Azrin obviously knows him very well. There's some Mighty Blow Claw there. I think the only thing I didn't like about this was his Mighty Blow Claw on a line rat. I didn't really get that. Duran, I'll come to you. Do you think that's a good pick for round 7?
Yeah. Rooney's good. I only had it out of 4 because it's Underworld. I actually ranked the other Underworld team higher, but looking at them now, I'm not sure why. Probably wasn't paying that close attention. Maybe I got them mixed up. That's probably more accurate.
Yeah. Cole, we may do that. We may do that. Shod's gutted. He wanted Underworld. Yeah, he wanted Rooney. Yeah, Rooney's a very, 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 very good coach. And the good thing is, as well, is he's very good with Underworld. That's mainly what he plays. Um, I had him luckily going roundabout here. He's obviously going to be taking on some brats. Don't know how he fits against them, but we do know Rooney's a very good coach as well. So yeah, that's roughly where he should go. I don't not like that pick, and I do know he's a very good coach. Azzo, obviously, you wasn't going to pick any UC members, but that's not a bad pick, is it, for a ban and getting a UC guy that low down?
I really love Rooney. I love that guy, and I think he will do a really great show in these games.
Yeah, yeah. I think everyone says it's a good pick. Projecki thinks it's a very good pick as well. Yeah, I like that pick. Azzo, if you need it, you are on the clock.
Yeah, I want to choose a legend with his Nurgle.
Sorry, who with Nagel?
Legend.
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 Sorry.
Legend T.
Oh, sorry, Legend T. Now then,
He's in the 4 page.
yeah, this is a bit controversial because obviously, fellow admin Messi, kind of a big deal flush. He also went Nagel. Now, Azawin and Messi are both admin friends, but he didn't go for him. He went for this guy instead. I wonder how Messi will react to that tomorrow morning when he's sipping his alcohol on the beach. But I do like the name of this team. I mean, Marvel Civil War, I get it. And Captain America, Winter Soldier, what's not to like? And this ain't a bad Nagel team. You know, and we know Arzo likes his Nagel, and so it doesn't surprise me he's gone for him. Duran, are you surprised that he's picked this team this high up?
This was actually one of the teams I was considering just for the fact that it might be a bunch of stunties this round, but I kind of just held off and took the Skaven instead for speed. Like, it was tough to say, but we're getting down to it now. Like, we're all just... It's more about what group are you going to find your team in, I think,
Yeah.
more than what the teams that are left.
Yeah, absolutely. Mellow
Yeah,
Gold, you've already gone, mate. Mellow Gold, you was picked by Shod. You're in Team Shod, Mellow Gold, and you went, I think, the 4th round, was it? If I remember correctly. Yes, 4th round. First pick of the 4th round you went. Biz is not happy. Nagel, who wants Nagel when you can have Chaos? Sorry, Bannon, you saying?
I had Coleman and wait, he hasn't been picked yet, so I'm not going to say anything regarding that. I had Legend and Mercy on my radar. Oh, Mercy hasn't. I had Legend on my radar this round. Okay.
Yeah.
But I was worried about how it would match up with what I think is going to be a lot of dodge that is going to be in this round.
Yeah, I can get that. Definitely get that. Shod, you are on the clock. Just to let you know. Yeah, it's always a bit difficult. I mean, I'm glad that there's some Nagel and some Chaos in there. And is this a good matchup for it? I don't know. It's like Duran says, you get into the nitty gritty, aren't you now? And would I have picked them there? I mean, I don't think they match up very well against either of the two teams, if I'm being honest. But Azawin knows what he's doing. And his Legend, is he a Blood and Tears, or is he MML? I'm not sure. I don't know.
See, this is the only spot where those beasts of Nurgle are going to be good against the stunty teams, right? Which is why I took Skaven instead of something else.
Yeah.
So this is their only chance to shine if there's a bunch of stunties in the same group.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see if someone like counteracts Goblins with Mess's Nagel. That'd be interesting because obviously he's got the other beast of Nagel. So you know, we will see. But we're getting close. Who will pick that pile on jump up tree? That's what we want to know. Sod the rest of them. That's what I want to find out. Where's he going? Who's going to be the captain? Who's going to be a legend and pick that team? What's going to win everything? Everything. I'm sure he will. So Shod's got a couple of minutes. And don't forget, Shod has got the next 2 picks. He's got the last pick in round 7 and the first pick in round 8. So, you know. We'll have a look.
I told you this was going to take a while.
Well, yeah, well, we're almost done though now. We're almost done. I'd say around about 2 hours, and we're coming up to that now. But it's getting hard now, is it? I think, like you said, Durin, everyone was whizzing through the picks early doors, and now we've hit a traffic jam, haven't we? I take Coleman Skaven for round 7. So Coleman finally goes off the ball. And I'm going to come straight to Durin because I think he wanted his team dissected quickly. Is this a good pick, Durin? Bearing in mind you picked another Skaven team before this. Was this the team what you got put off with because of the Apothecary?
Yeah, it was kind of between the two Skaven teams, and I just like this one better because it has the Apo and the 3 rerolls, and it has a deep bench. And like I said, if I wasn't going to... Sorry, controller disconnected. Then it just made more sense to do it this way. So yeah.
Oh well, there
I
you
agree
go.
with Duran in that. I was between these two Skaven teams, but then once the first Skaven team was taken, which I thought was a slightly better build, then I didn't want to put Coleman in a hole when the only new person I knew I was up against was another Skaven.
Yeah.
I didn't want to put a slightly lesser build Skaven against what I thought was a slightly better build Skaven.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because obviously Azarwin has gone for obviously Nurgle there, and he's got his Nurgle against 2 rat teams and an Underworld team. Azarwin, are you happy your guys going against 2 rats and Underworld?
Sorry, what?
Are you happy that your Nurgle's going against 2 rats and an Underworld team? Is that a good fit for you?
Well,
Oh, the Skaven's a round 7 pick. Shad picked Coleman for round 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that would,
I think he still has to do his round 6.
No, that was round 7, wasn't it? Yeah, that was round 7.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry about that. I miscounted.
Yeah. Sorry, Azwin. You were saying.
No, I was round 7. We're starting round 8, I believe.
Yeah, that's right. That's correct. Azwin, are you happy that your guys going against 2 rats and Underworld team?
Yeah, I think probably it's not the best matchup for the Nargals, but I think it's one of the better teams that left. So I want to be him in my team.
Carson Cass has said, "Shut up, Abannon. I'm trying to masturbate."
Tell me more, Azarwin. Tell me more.
Kaz, yet another thing we agree with. Oh, what else? The story I was trying to get to earlier is that my first exposure to Blood Bowl was I turned on a stream by this person named Calcium Cass. And the first thing I ever heard with Blood Bowl was I saw Kaz on camera shaking his arm up and down going, Gandalf said, go fuck yourself. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna see what this guy does. And here I am.
Excellent. Cole said, Team Short, screw you other losers. Love it. So he's already starting. He's calling Cass a loser. He's calling Duran a loser. He's calling Arzo a loser. He's calling Abannon a loser. Oh, the fighting talks come. So let's hope he can back it up. And Cass says Gandalf knows.
Well, let's be clear, Bernie. If we're talking about the world of Blood Bowl and you're not me or associated with my team, you're a loser. Come on. Come on!
So there you go. No, you're the loser. Duran saying, no, you're the loser. I'm the best coach on the consoles. Best dog coach in the world. Beat that. Although Bannon would disagree. And Shod loving the attitude from Cole. Shod, you are still on the clock, buddy, for your first pick in round 8. And this will be your last pick, Shod, because you get the last pick. And he's gone for Beers. Beers Chaos. Yay! We're going to have some chaos. I love Beers. And he will definitely be a proper cheerleader, will Beers. And the thing with Beers is, I know Cass he's not too convinced on Chaos at this sort of TV. Beers just plays Chaos. That's all he plays, and he plays them very, very well. And Beers in round 8 is a very good pick, in my humble opinion. And I was just about to say, this will be your last pick, Shot, because you get whoever nobody wants is your last pick. And welcome to the winners, Beers, he says. I'm sure Beers will get the Beers in.
Do I see some Fly Eagles Fly in the chat? Oh man, I should have known this. I'm in South Philly.
Yeah, well, there you go. So, Duran, what do you think about that pick?
It's chaos. It sucks for the format, but it is what it is. I'm waiting for you to pull up. That's a nice picture. Okay, there we go. Killer, ball sacker. Yeah. Needs an Apo more than anything. Again, my pet peeve. All those extra points should be on fan factor. And actually, he's missing points, isn't he? Yeah, he's missing 3 points too.
He is.
So he could have had more. He could have had an Apo and some points on fan factor. So that's
He
not
could.
good.
Nice.
And all the warriors should just be block guard if you're going to play chaos. There's no reason to meat blow them. Just have your one killer and make them a line of indestructible warriors. But yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah. Azowin, did you want to add on to that?
What, sorry?
Did you want to add anything to that? Was this a team you'd have gone for, or?
No, but if you wanna, I can choose my pick.
Oh, you're ready already, aren't you? Bloody hell! Go on then. Pick your round 8 pick.
I go for Tore because he's one of my favorite coaches on Ps4.
Okay,
Tore with
Torre.
Gobos.
So let's go up to Torre, and it is.
Damn it! I
Gobos.
was going to let Torg be a cool kid because of the World Cup, and I knocked him out. Fuck you, Azawayne.
That was gonna be my pick. That was gonna be my pick.
Fuck you, Azawayne. You just picked the fucking Gobos. You see.
Well, and fuck you too, Aniana.
Yeah, fuck everybody. Fucking hell. See, I would have picked the other Gobbo team because it's Andy, and Andy's awesome, and I love Andy. Andy's great, and he brings chocolate, and he brings pies and beers and everything else, and he plays Brett's, and he plays with Griff a lot, and he has children to Griff. Apart from that, it's not a bad pick. Leaping Chainsaw then. a Mighty Blow grab Fanatic, gotta like that, and a Hail Mary. Bomb thrower, what's not to like? He will be going up against Chaos, interesting. But Torre is a very, very good coach. Obviously, he was in the World Cup as well, and but he always does well in the Sea Ladder, and he is another MML coach. For so I don't think Beers will be too bothered about that. And Andy loves Bernie. Yeah, of course you do, mate. We love each other. We have a proper bromance going on, and it seems a good pick because everybody wanted him. But Azza got in there first. So, Abaddon, you're on the clock. And, you're not getting your Gobbo gang. So, it'll be interesting to see what you...
To be fair, Bernie, everybody wanted him in round 8. Just saying.
Well, yeah. Oh,
Let's see
Cassim
here.
Cass, the Azza white wieners. He's calling you a wiener, Azza win. The shots are fired there.
Well, that's why I became a captain, just to make sure I get picked. I was like, for me to get picked, I got to be a captain, then they have to play with me.
That's smart, though. Smart.
See? Fame whore. What was I saying?
Oh,
It's nothing.
Obviously, not all people pay attention, but that's okay.
So, you are on the clock.
Not enough for your liking.
All right, we'll remember that. What do we want to do?
So, so obviously you was going to go with the Gob. You were also going to pick the Gobbo gang then, was you? Bannon, this round.
I was. That was going to be my pick.
And obviously Duran has the next 2 picks after this. Remember that. Duran's last 2 picks.
Yeah. Whatever.
Bears is happy. He hope Shot's saying you've got to squash them, and he's saying yeah. Yeah, Shot's saying he feels.
I think I forgot to scratch a team off the board. Was Rooney's Underworld taken?
Who's Underworld?
Yes.
Rooney's is gone. Yes.
Okay, I forgot to mark that off.
Wake up, Duran.
Sorry, did you say drink up? No problem, buddy.
Yep, I'll drink it as well tonight.
And
Thank you very much.
herein lies the problem. All right.
Good stuff. Oh, it's not easy now.
No, it's not easy at all now.
Only 6 teams left.
Come on, I'm falling asleep.
Oh, I'm sorry. If you're falling asleep, we will hurry this up, and we will go with.
Jeez, it's only 9:23 p.m. for me. We can keep this rolling for another 5 hours. I'm good. Let's drag this out.
We already moved this once for.
Call saves.
I'm gonna go with.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with Mercy flushes Nurgle.
Oh, Mercy Flush is taken from a Bannon. It's always good to have an admin on your team. And Mercy Flush is Nagel as well. So interesting, Nagel gets to squish some gobbles, hopefully. Well, that's what a Bannon will be thinking of. Another coach who's done very well in the playoffs. And yeah, that's a good pick for down here. Bogey Bros, let's have a look at the team. Let's have a look. There we go. Yeah, so you got your Beast, you got your 3 Warriors. And a very interesting Juggernaut Mighty Blow. I still don't get that. I really don't get that.
I don't get it either,
To
but
be honest. But I'll tell you what's going to be interesting though.
see what happens.
Beers says Chaos is better than Nagel. And obviously Beers is Chaos will take on this Nagel. And some gobbos in the middle. So that's going to be interesting. So Beers dare not lose against the Nagel. He'll never live that down if he loses to Nagel. So that's a game I'll be looking forward to. Duran, you are on the clock for your final 2 picks.
I'm on the clock. Can I talk some shit about this Nurgle team first, though?
Yeah, sure, if you want. Talk some shit.
No block on the ball handler. I hate it. Extra arms is useless. Juggernaut Mighty Blow, counterintuitive. Guard on a Rodder. Wait till that thing dies. It's pretty poorly constructed team, I would say, but it's gonna make my pick super easy. Because what do we got in this group?
Gobbos, Chaos, and Nagel.
Right. So given those choices, I will take the last Chaos team, but Dalt, just because it matches up well with those other teams.
Oh yes, so another Chaos team gets himself in there. I don't know much about it. He's one of the coaches I don't know much about, to be honest. Does anyone know anything about Dalt? Say it now.
I don't, but I am a little surprised.
I know he's a cool kid because he's on my team, so that's enough, isn't it?
Oh, yeah,
I'm a little surprised for someone complaining about no block on a ball carrier, immediately turns around and picks someone with no block on a ball carrier.
I didn't look at his team. I just picked it. Come on now.
Okay.
There we go. So bashing Burrito Blazers. That's a bit of a mouthful. So Dalt MC, congratulations, you're on Team Duran. Hail to the D, baby. So yeah, so we've got 2 Chaos, Nagel, and some Goblins. Fantastic. So I'll put that down there. And Duran, it's the final round. There's only 4 teams left. Shot can't wait to see who he does.
So we've got, correct me if I'm wrong, we've got a terrible Amazon team, right?
A terrible what, sorry?
Amazon team.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the worst Woody team I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, we've got the greatest World team you've ever seen.
We've got another Leaping Chainsaw Goblin team.
What's bloody awesome. Yep.
And we've got Royke's Underworld.
Yeah, the crazy motherfucker that is Roy, yeah.
Well, this is a pretty easy pick for me, Royke's Underworld.
Yeah, you know, well, hey, why not? You've got Calcium Cash, so let's have Royk with him as well. That'd be fantastic. So yeah, Royk, very good pick. He's a crazy motherfucker. Him and Cass will get on well together. They both like to kill shit, and you know, yeah, that's a good pick, especially for this round. He's a very good coach. He usually does pretty well in the.
Enjoy that tree, Shad.
Hey, I tell you what, he's a good pick. That Palon tree, I can't believe he's not gone yet. I'm disgusted with you all. I'm just trying to find this. I'm trying to find Rogue's team now. I am blind as a bat. There it is. Go power go. So let's quickly have a look at this. And there we go. So he's got a full bench, 16 players. Shot his crew. Calcium. Oh dear. But yeah, Rogue's very good coach, and Bannon is on the clock. He has a choice of 3. Which of the 3 will he pick?
Shut
The
up, Toad.
dog obviously has something to say about it.
Yeah, the dog's over here giving me a hard time.
What will he pick? 3 teams left, so we've got the Amazons, we've got the Goblins, and we've got the Pylon Jump Up Tree. Which one will he go for?
Alright. I'm going with the pylon jump up tree.
The Pylon Jump Up Tree goes to Bannon. The Bannon will win the competition now,
Yep,
obviously.
we've got 2 war dancers here that have
Yep.
a pulse, and that's all you need.
Yep, I agree. And that Pylon Tree is going to just squash some Underworld scum. Definitely. I think that's a great pick. I think that's definitely the pick of the... Well, I don't know. I would have probably gone with Andy because I love Andy. But I'd have picked Andy higher up. But this should have gone round 1, in my opinion. How can no one have a Pylon jump up tree in round 1? And Shushnik says, nice. I love it. I don't get the guard sidestep thing though. Whatever he's done on there, I really don't get that. But
I don't get it. I don't get most of the build. I do see that the best 2 players of these 4 teams remaining are those 2 war dancers.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
gonna put them on my team.
Well, 3. You forgot the tree. The tree's the best player. Come on. Even the
Yeah, I
dog
didn't
even
forget
agreed.
the tree.
Even the dog said something then. When I say he was a bet, he said even the dog. So,
Yeah.
Azo.
I
which,
think
like,
he was trying to stop me. He was trying to pull the controller out of my hand.
I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't need to ask Duran what he thinks of this team because he's already got on record saying it's probably the worst team in the competition. What does he know? Projecki says best team ever. Should have gone round 1. Absolutely. So Azo.
We could argue that Groovy's team is worse, but that's probably personal opinion.
Fighting talk. Shots fired. So Azo. Goblins or Amazon? Take
You
it.
can blame Groovy the run because he's my favorite killer. Come on. I pick for this round the zones because it's probably the worst building of this competition. But in this last round, he have 3 tackles. That's all for me.
Oh, I honestly thought you were going to go Goblins. So, Shod, you lucky devil, you get Andy. How does Andy go last? One of the best
Gets a
coaches.
leaping chainsaw.
I know. I tell you what, it's going to be Ace. It's going to be Ace seeing the leaping chainsaw leap onto the tree and then fall over it, and then the tree's just jump on top of him. That's going to be Ace. Oh dear. So Amazons then for Azo. And Dwarf Giant, I think he's MML as well. Andy says, I'm the fat kid.
Oh man.
Oh, dear me. Andy, you would have been my second round pick. First round would have been the tree, you would have been my second round pick, definitely. These coaches don't know what they're talking about. How you cannot have a pylon tree and goblins in your first 2 rounds picks, I don't really know.
It's okay, Andy. The tree should have been last just on that alone. I feel for you.
That tree's going to do big things. And we're all going to shout timber whoever streams the games. I had an agreement if I stream his games, I'll be shouting timber every time it piles on. So I'm just praying he isn't playing at 2 in the morning, or so I'm going to get shot. So that is Dwarf Giant. And that leaves... Let's have a look at the final team then. The fat kid, as he calls himself, bless him, is Andy's Goblins. We get to see another chainsaw. Is anyone sad that we're not going to have a goblin off? Or do you think it's better to have goblins in the last, separate? Right, okay, let's have a look. The dog seems to be talking to me a lot more than anybody else. But
I know.
that basically is the draw. So I'll just quickly tell you who's got who, and we'll thingy it there. Duran has got Calcium Cass, Rostifer, Emroot, Dungeon Master.
I'm sorry, I wasn't ready. Can you start over, Bertie?
You wasn't ready. Duran's wonderful team, the best team in the world. Hail to the D, baby. Calcium Cass, Rostifer.
Winner.
Yeah. Emruta,
Winner. Winner.
Dungeon Master.
Winner.
Groovy.
Loser.
I always cut you out. Samty.
Oh, he's a winner.
Sarah Green.
Sure.
Mon McPhee.
Yeah.
Tall MC.
We're at the bottom.
Roik.
Go, buddy, go!
Okay. Abanon. Have you got your team name, Abanon? Because I can't remember it. Can you remember it?
I had picked the Broad Street Brawlers, but you were like, I don't even remember the team, so now I got to think of a better team.
The Broad Street Brawlers? Jesus, dude. How much lamer could you get?
I could just use the first letter of my name and find some stupid pun. I could do that.
But nothing's as cool as the D, baby.
Oh, really? All right. Here, I could do it in 2 seconds. My team name is the Big O and Company. There you go. Done.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
I know. I wish I started my name with a D.
Yeah, baby! Now you're getting it!
So, Abanon's team is Segezio, Gimlick, Bezo, Legend, T69, Teddy Tom, Laser Trip, and I can't understand my writing for the next one, so I'm going to pass. It's ruining him out. Mercy Flush, and the best team in the world, Dionysus Pylon Tree / 2 War Dancers, but who gives a fuck about them? It's all about the tree, baby. The ASA winners, Projeki, V Power V, Triporus, Snake Eyes, Grooby, and his loaded dice. Jim Sardonic. How come I've got Legend twice? Okay, shit. Abanon.
Because there's a player named Legend T969.
Why have I got 2 of them then?
So you probably have Legend written down for what's his name?
I don't know. Why have I got?
No, you have Legend written down for Spawn, I'm guessing, and then you have Legend written down a second time for this Legend T969.
Yeah, that looks like probably yeah. So Azawin's got legendary Spawn of Cthulhu. See, there you go. That's why you're on the show. So I'll go with Aza winners: Projeki, V-Power V, Triporus, Snake Eyes, Grooby, Jim Sardonic, Legendary Spawn of Cthulhu, Torre, and Dwarf Giant. And finally, Shod getting the chopper. Our media player, Shagrath, Freeman, Melagold, Shushnik, Sergal, Call 66 Max.
I'm sorry, what was that? Shod getting the hearse? What?
And Andy Von Cook with his leaping chainsaws. That is your 4 teams. Thank you for all 4 captains for taking time out to pick their team. May the best team win. That's obviously going to be the team with a tree on it.
Incorrect, Bernie. I just sent you the best team in the entire tournament. If you want to check your messages,
Oh, okay. What?
you can show them what they have to worry about.
Oh, that'll be your team, I'd imagine.
Yeah, if Arzo and Shad have their teams ready, I'm fine with showing the captains' teams on here. But I don't know about time.
Oh no, I'm.
Oh, I thought all the teams were ready. I thought everybody wasn't a lazy cunt. Oh.
My team's ready.
They're all done.
Oh, speaking of lazy cunts.
I'm not saying a word. Yeah, that's not a bad team. Not a bad team.
Well, he can't do any worse than you trying to spell my name, Beers.
Okay. So that's it. Like I said, thanks for the captains and obviously Shod in the chat for picking the teams. And good luck to everybody. Like I said, the cross-platform cup that starts on the 17th of September, and then in the early weeks of October, this will go ahead, and it'll be over 3 weeks. And may the best team win. Obviously, Duran's already claimed his team will win, but then again, everyone's saying the same thing. So thanks thanks for it, and
yeah, but only I'm speaking the truth, so you know.
Yeah, we will see. Actions speak louder than words, and I expect that tree to do big things. Bloody better do. So thanks again. Thanks for Azawin. Thanks to Duran. Thanks for Bannon, and thanks to Sean. Thanks for everyone in chat, and we'll see you on the next show. Take care, guys. Bye bye.
Thank you for doing this, Bernie.
Not a problem.
Thank you, guys.
Bye bye.